Vibe blowing up the jack, got the loud jumping up the back. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the bands jumping up the bag. Vibe blowing up my jack, got the loud jumping up the back. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the bands jumping up the bag. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy on my paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The Rio just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm troubled, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck. And they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit not on trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I could never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. I just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. Get my good side. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the bands jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice. Gonna run up a check, demand my respect. I'm doing the most, I never quit. They want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing up.
The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Success is not given, it's taken. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick, with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The weak begin. The strong take. The poor complain. The rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends.
And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Ayy, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Ayy, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
It's showtime. What's going on, everybody? And it's Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the internationally known and recognized symbol of YouTube excellence in edutainment, the Boss Up Show, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle Podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly, the Notorious One, aka Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus, and you're in the Desert Storm bunker. Well, no, you're not. You're in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, with none other than Hollywood CGA and EWF. That is every woman's fantasy in the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, nigga, of Fixes Bonds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard, as Kevin Samuels called me. But my wasabi baby calls me Mr. Third Leg Greg.
Was just phenomenal.
Also the man with one trabajo, that is the ecclesiastical Mitch Slapper. You're looking at the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolate and Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks ecclesiastically in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names, just call me James Bond, the Lord of the Lings. You got Hentai CGA, Malo Papi, El Jefe, Numero Uno, Primo. But you can also call me Ling Arthur and a bunch of other nicknames. Malo Papi, did I say that one? Or you can just call me CGA, Cigar Allah. You're looking at the 14-time and reigning and defending demonetized champion of the world. We got a great show for you lined up today. We got some teaching and we got some humor, some edutainment here. It is 11:15 or a little past 11:15 here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And when I say 11:15, I mean we're stepping to the PM over here. And we're going to go about a couple of hours because I got to hit the road, get to the airport, and I got to get over to the Philippines. All right, back to the Philippines on my last stop. All right.
What kind of fuck you give me?
To wrap some Filipinas in their warm embrace. All right, but anyway, we got that. This trip is slowly coming to an end, but I got 1 week left after I leave Malaysia tomorrow, which would be your today. All right, but it would be my tomorrow. It will be your today, but we're going to get a stream in, and then we'll probably get in a few streams before I head to Island Hop in the Philippines. Yes.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, Pina's waiting for me as we speak. Wasabi baby, definitely on her way back to Tokyo. But I've been enjoying my time here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Everything but the humidity, the ecclesiastically humidity. All right, the humidity is absolutely a disgrace here in March. And we had a lot of celebration here for the end of Ramadan. And it was a major holiday here because if you don't know, Malaysia is an overwhelmingly majority Muslim country. I believe like 90% of people here are Muslim of all races. But we have South Asians and Southeastern Asians, people from the Philippines and all over that are Muslim are here to celebrate the end of Ramadan this weekend. So it was crowded and packed. And saw a lot of women walking around with the full burqas on. I mean, the whole, what do they call them? Burqa, right? Head to toe. I mean, just the eyes out and barely you can see the eyes. All right. So that was definitely a culture shock opportunity for me to see that and see that very often. But if they didn't have that on, they had the head wrap, all that from head to toe. And I learned a lot. I learned when young women started wearing the burqa, which was a surprise to me. Right. I was like, whoa. All right. Definitely got a lot more information. And traveling does cure the ignorance for sure. So I love the traveling. Would I recommend Malaysia to anyone? Well, you know, I've only saw so much, but it is not high on my list. Well, mainly because of humidity. This has been the worst humidity I've ever experienced. And I lived in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for a year. This was worse than that. So I would say Malaysia is not recommended in March. We'll just say that maybe in the fall or wherever their fall is. Yes, and I was with my wasabi baby, and she was dressed very provocatively for this particular culture. And even if she had a dress on, form-fitting dress, and her ankles were exposed, they were looking at her ankles. You know, those starving guys, they were looking at her ankles. The women were looking at her ankles. The women wearing the burqas and the half burqas, they were looking at my wasabi baby's ankles. They were like, oh man, her ankles are out. All right. All right. It was absolutely amazing here. But we're going to be back in studio the following week. We're going to do one more week in the Philippines, and then we'll be back in the following week. We're going to come back to the internet, and we're going to take the internet by storm. But anyway, To contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA. That's on the Cash App and his Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box, near somewhere on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And I actually saw a young lady in her burkini. Or burkini, all right? Yes, oh, the humanity and the humidity. Yes, we went to the hotel pool. Went to the hotel pool and saw a young lady swimming in the hotel pool in a full burkini. All right, which if you don't know what that is pretty much clothed from head to toe. Well, from shoulders to toes. She did have her feet out, or she did have her feet out, and she did not have her head wrapped. But she definitely was in a Birkin bikini. She was swimming in full clothes. I was like, oh, the humanity. All right, I was like, damn. All right, so interesting. Shout out to all my Muslims, our serious Muslims out here. All right, but she did have her ankles and her toes out, and she was having a good old time swimming in that water. All right, but we got a great show for you lined up. We're going to catch up with Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. All right, their interesting relationship continues to go further, and she's on the internet humiliating Will yet again. We also have the point of no return for dating and relationships. All right, this is an update. We're going to use statistical analysis and data to tell you guys that the old school relationships and marriages is gone and dead. Dating's dead. Relationships are really much dead. And well, they're going to be still available to you, but most men, they don't want these type of relationships that are available to you. But we're going to take a look at the dirty details and the statistics to tell you where things are going. And we have a man, an ecclesiastical Christian, that says he married a promiscuous woman, but he was a virgin. All right, he's going to give you an update. They've been married for 5 years. What do you think the update's going to be with this particular relationship? And Clavicular makes his first appearance on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel with the Notorious CGA, the popular young burgeoning red pill star Clavicular. Mr. Looks Max himself makes an appearance on today's show as he exposed an ecclesiastical wife who allegedly husband found out that she was cheating on him, and he has a response. All right, so we got that. We got a lot of stuff going on, but let me see if I can get to some earlier contributors to today's show. Where's my phone? I need my phone over here. All right, what are we doing here? Okay, all right, I see what we got going on here on my phone. Okay, oh boy. All right, it's a lot going on my phone, but let me check what's on the Cash App. Okay, I can't see the Cash App, but let's see if I can see if there's anybody. Where's the Cash Apps? Oh, there it is. We have Francis. Francis says, you're the best, coach. That was on Saturday, so we'll go ahead and go with Stiliano says, towards your hot tea. Appreciate you, coach. One love. Shout out to Rich, says ecclesiastically paying my dues. That was on Friday. And Preston said he's still having some problems with the money mindset logging in. All right, well, I can't handle that here, but go on and send me an email so you can tell me what the problem is, because you're the only one that has the problem. All right, so we can see what we can do with it here. We'll have one of my assistants get a hold of you while I'm island hopping.
I've flown myself to Paris. I've done Greece. I've island hopped. I've done all of that.
I've done all of that. All right. Shout out to you. So you'll have to hit me up with an email. Shout out to Jeff, the producer, says salute CGA over on the Ecclesiastical Cash App. Much appreciated. You are appreciated, as they say on the Tupac song. We have some people over on the Ko-Fi. And it is Kevin, the software tester. He's up here and he says nothing but appreciate you. Saying nothing. Kevin, the software tester, a legendary member of the Money Mindset. Miles C says, would you say that feminism is so powerful in the West that most men that deal with these women will end up getting caught up in one of the traps, which is divorce, child support, reform 304s, etc.? Yes, if you want to get married today, you're going to see this story. I mean, this story, the point of no return is real. We have a Christian, ecclesiastical, I believe he's a pastor, saying that his wife was a whore. But all is forgiven. All her sins are washed away. She's been redeemed. Like, this is what you guys are set up for. This is what you guys are set up for. you guys are set up for the okey doke at this point. And I just posted on my Instagram a video that's been making its way around YouTube and my Instagram stories, but it finally hit my Instagram main page. And it's the video where you see me with your future wives out here at the JUCO, living the life, living the free agent lifestyle for life. Where's the free agent lifestyle for life sound effect? Okay, where is it at? All right, people get mad. Okay, and it's finally hitting that particular audience. You know, my media stuff hits the audiences at different times, so it just got posted there, and people are reacting to that, and they're still trying to get you on the plantation. People are still trying to get you on that plantation. Well, the plantation is good and gone. So, with that being said, almost the only way that you're going to have to do it, you're going to have to fall on the ecclesiastical sword. You're going to have to either be a stepdaddy, right? You're going to have to, where's this New World Order? Okay. Stepdaddy, marry a reformed 304, marry an older woman. All right. 32 plus, marry an older woman, or what was the other one? Be a stepdaddy, and or get married and then divorced and child support. Like, it's cooked. It's cooked. I mean, the data's telling you, like, to be something other than that is the exception to the rule. Like, you're living the exception to the rule. What would you say? Like, would you want to be a stepdad? Like, I know, like, my video's making around and a lot of people are supporting it. They're seeing me. I got the 50 Shades of Greg coming in. I'm kind of pivoting my content away from Red Pill Rage content and going into Sugar Daddy, Get 'em Daddy season. You guys know what it is. You guys know it over here, but a lot of people aren't really following it and they're lost. My basic premise in the video was say, when I got divorced, I could have got remarried, but I chose not to. I could have got a girlfriend and cohabitated. I chose not to. I could have got a girlfriend and gave her an ecclesiastical marriage, but I chose not to. I could have married a single mom. I chose not to. What I chose to live is the free agent lifestyle. Now, when I lived the free agent lifestyle, the goal was not for me to segregate myself from women forever. It was a period of time till I got to the point of leverage and options in the book. Then I pivoted into sugar daddy culture, if you will. Now, even that doesn't sit well with men. All right. They're like, well, you shouldn't be doing that. Okay, what should I do? Like, what should I do at this point? You're even seeing content creators look up here, they end up marrying single moms. Like, think about this. The content creators, single moms, or they're getting into their first relationship in their mid-30s and getting broke up. Like, you're seeing that there's not many options, men living the passport bro lifestyle, which has some similarities to the free agent lifestyle, which, my philosophy kind of precedes the popularity of the passport bros. So even they were kind of confused as to why I was, talking about them in a certain way. But I was just giving my honest assessment of the whole philosophy, not to diss it. What are you supposed to do? It's kind of like they want you just to be over here losing, and then when you're losing, they just want you to be like, you can't get no hoes, or you ain't getting no girls. And then all of a sudden I said, oh wow, but here I am getting some girls. I'm getting girls that I like. They're in my 20s. They like me. All right, we're having a good time. All right, and people have a problem with that. So my whole premise is I'm not going to remarry. I kept my promise to that. I'm not even trending towards a marriage. I haven't cohabitated with a woman since my ex-wife. All right. My daughter cohabitated with me. I haven't done it. I didn't seriously date a woman with children. And I pride myself on that. You guys, look at these guys here. They hurting. They like the money. All right, nigga, your wife likes the money. You see these guys? All right. I mean, they can't live with themselves. They're so unhappy with the fact that they can't live the life that I'm living. They have to make an excuse as to why they can't live it. It's sad. They have to make an excuse for the reason why they can't live the life that I'm living. But we can show you again. We can show you again. You want to see the results again? You want to see the receipts? See, I'm not gonna live the life they want me to live. They're always going to want to make an excuse as to why they can't do what I'm doing. I am living, dude, the woman that I was with saying, you live in the man's dream. The life you have is every man's dream. Not only that, I'm every woman's fantasy. So I'm every woman's fantasy. I can fly women around the world, nigga. You can't do it. I could say I'm going to Malaysia and a woman be like, I'll and fly her in from around the world. You can't do it. So just because you can't do it doesn't mean that you have to hate to watch me do it. But the reality is people love money, bro. You love money too. All right. Don't you want to get paid? Well, I'm trying to get you paid over on the money mindset. I'm trying to get you paid over on the money mindset. But here it is right here. Here it is right here. So listen, I did everything that I was supposed to do for you. But the last thing about it is, man, you can't do what I do. You can't live this life. You can't live this life. Let me show you what life you can't live. All right, let's show you the life here, just so y'all don't believe. Y'all don't believe. You can't live this life. You can't do what I'm doing. You cannot look. You can't do what I'm doing. I'm living every man's dream. Nobody wants to live your goofy ass life. Just say you broke. Hey, look. Let's bring this back. Let's bring this back. Let me see this. Let this woman tell you right here. Where's she at? Here we go.
Here's the thing. If you're broke.
Wait. Here we go. Let's see if we can show it.
Here's the thing. If you're broke, just say that. Don't be mad at me for charging people for my time, materials, and effort. God.
If you broke, just say that. Right? If you broke, just say that. You know what I mean? Like, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. If you broke, just say that, nigga. Look, we can help you with that. We can help you. If you broke, just say that. It's good, nigga. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it, motherfucker. Rest in peace to Guru. All right, but if you ain't got it, you ain't got it, motherfucker. We got the money mindset for you broke niggas to get your game up. If you broke, just say that. It is what it is, nigga. Just say that. We can help you with that, nigga. But, don't come in and hate me, nigga, for getting women to pay for their time, materials, and effort. Gosh. All right, but you can't live this life, nigga. This is the ecclesiastical free agent lifestyle, coast to coast, nigga, city to city, in a neighborhood near you, nigga, in 30 countries, putting hands on hips, all right, driving them around and giving them the championship dick, the championship dick around here, nigga. You can't live this life. You don't want to live this life. You don't want to live this life. Nigga, shoot twice. My niggas in the hood shoot precise. Hey man, y'all gonna learn at some particular point that you can hate this, but you can't motherfucking do this. I know this. Hey, man, this woman told me today, she said, your life is literally a man's dream life. You have children already. You have a big house. You have fancy cars. You get to travel. She said you get to travel for 4 weeks straight. You know how many people can't do this? 4 weeks straight. You can't get 2 weeks off of Jiffy Lube paid vacation. You take more than 2 weeks of vacation off at once. You don't realize most people can't do that. All right. So it's incredible what a lot of people look at and they say, this cannot be real, nigga. This cannot be real. But it is what it is. But anyway, most of y'all can't get 2 weeks off straight. You better boss up in this motherfucker, man. Hey, boss up season is here.
Yeah, boss up, nigga.
I tried to not show y'all, but it is what it is. All right, what do we got here? Shout out to Jeff, the producer. Let's see here. But if you broke, just say that, and I'll let you know. I'll send you the link to the money mindset, and you can get yourself up. Oh, by the way, man, one of these things, Aaron Clary used to talk about this. Shout out to Aaron Clary. He's a content creator on this space. If you haven't realized who he is, go check him out. He's a white guy who is a no-nonsense white guy. He even wrote a book about how to fix black relationships, right? You got to be a gutsy man in this day and age to write a book. I believe it was he has a book called The Book of Numbers, but he also talked about and took down statistically of why black relationships fail. Shout out to him. But he was talking about this once. He said, listen, men have always traveled or moved around to try to find their best situation, not try to compete, especially when the competition is not worth it, right? So he said, like, if you're a short guy, go to a place where the average height is shorter, right? The average height is shorter, as opposed to being amongst people where if that bothers you, But what they'll do is say, you have to overcome it. You have to overcome it. And they'll give you the one example of the guy that is like you, that is successful with it. But, that's not everybody. That's an exception to the rule. And he said, if you're a short guy, go to Peru. You'll be tall. With that being said, the reason why I was going to reference that is that when I'm here in Malaysia amongst Asian people, when I'm in Asian countries, I am buff Bagwell. I'm like buff compared to these people. And these people, man, they be, especially in Malaysia, I didn't notice it much in many other places, but in Malaysia, these people be looking at me like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. They be like, wow, he's buff, he's big, right? They be going crazy. They like, wow. Or people like, they want to flex. Guys are like, how long did it take you to get that way? A month, 2 months, 3 months? I'm like, how about 15 years? 15 years. So people, right, they stop and look at me. They're like, what in the hell? Did you see him? They try to flex next to me. All right, they be trying to touch. Like, women be looking at me like, wow, look, I'm Godzilla around this motherfucker. Now, I am muscular, but compared to people in America, I'm still muscular for my 50s, but comparatively, there are men that are more muscular than me. All right, they got more muscles and more six packs and more cut, more lean, more buff. We understand that, right? But the example is, that's an example of taking yourself into a place where you're average or slightly above average, and then going to a place where you're completely not the norm. You're completely like, whoa, compared to that. So then all you had to do was move from one place to the next. And that's just one example of it. That's just one example of it. There's a bunch of examples. You could talk about the economic example of it, where you're like, okay, I'm average or above average in income. I can move over here and I live like a king. All right, I would be a king here. All right, I would be part of the kid. They would crown me, name streets after me. Okay, so that's an example of taking what you have and improving your situation by simply moving. So it is what it is. All right, it is that type of situation here. So I've experienced that. And it's interesting. It's interesting how people treat you. They treat you like you're like Godzilla or a freak or something like that. Or they're like, the guys are like, what do you need to do? How do I need to do? What do I need to do that? First of all, stop eating all that soy and rice and noodles and carbohydrates. That might be something going on there. Number two, get on some goddamn performance enhancers. All right, come on, bro. It's too late. And look at your stomach, especially these people that come from South Asia. These men are built badly, right? Badly. Scrawny ass bird chest, looking all good, all pregnant. They about the height of Barney Rubble, feet looking like Barney Rubble. Most of these dudes be looking absolutely terrible. Spaghetti arms, goofy ass crustache and beard. I'm like, man, your whole shit all fucked up. Anyway, shout out to the people of South Asia. If you don't know, that's Kamala Harris is in them people. All right, so let me see if I can get some PayPals going on, and then we're going to get into, there's not going to be much segments here except for the main event, so bear with me. It's in the middle of the night. All right, I'm in a nice hotel, so the internet looks like it's holding up very well. And for the people who wanted the Money Mindset replay, I'll just tell you, when I'm traveling, the internet is shitty for uploading. All right, so downloading seems to be decent. All right, or below decent level, but uploading something to the internet is like mission impossible. It is very, very difficult to upload things to the internet. And if you don't know, uploading does take a lot more bandwidth than downloading. So uploading stuff to the internet, major files, hour and a half live streams are very difficult. All right, I'm missing a lot of work and opportunities because uploading is damn near impossible. Even if you're linked in, I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm linked into their internet, and it's still difficult. So you will have to wait on the replay. I will get it out. We have two people over here on PayPal, and then we'll get on to the show. We have Martin Muhammad. Did he say that he sent the PayPal? He said, "Hey, coach, I really enjoyed your vlog. I got robbed." He says, my favorite cigar is my father, the judge, under crowns in AJ's New World and Cohibas. Have you ever had a very expensive cigar? If so, was it noticeably different from a $15 to $20 stick like the aforementioned? I would say kinda, but it's one of those things that you're not going to experience unless you have smoked a lot of them. All right, it's just like alcohol or any drink or sports drink or water or something. Just because it's more expensive, the first time you taste it, you're not going to know the difference. But I may have noticed a slight difference or something like that. But no, all right. I have known some cheap, nasty ass cigars that fall apart and are terrible. But I haven't experienced that. But shout out to my blog, and I'm putting more vlogs out. So you'll see some short form vlogs going out, 6 to 8 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes going out, maybe even longer here and there, depending on what type of material that I have. And they're going to be featured on the Notorious CGA channel, as always. So you can go over to the Notorious channel and check out my blogs. We also have Kaylin says, after seeing you with those ladies on your IG, I think married men have to practice indifference. Men will get divorced in today's time, so they need a strategy, and yours is the only way. He says, I know you're happy, coach. Men have to want to be happy themselves. Okay. And that is a great way to put it. If you sit up here and listen to what people have planned for you, realize they don't have nothing planned for you. What they want you to do is to follow whatever they believe is right for themselves. They want you to do it. Misery loves company. When you chart your own path, and you can say the free agent lifestyle is me charting my own path, that is making my own rules. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. You know, and it's hard for me. Sometimes I have to defend it. And sometimes I'm like, why am I even defending this shit? I'm happy as a motherfucker. You see me touching country to country. You see me living a life that most people can't live. I mean, it's crazy. So just because the point being that I'm amongst the most happiest of the red pillars. Like, if you look at red pill dudes, they don't sound happy. Like, they sound fucked up. Like, they negotiating with, well, I can't say that on YouTube. I can say it on locals, especially the black men. The black men still up here negotiating with black women. It is insane. Like, what are you guys doing? What black men need to do and what white black men and what black women need to do. You guys are still negotiating with women. It's over. All right, ring the bell. Guys, you black men are still negotiating with black women. Nigga, it's over. All these men sound angry and terribly unhappy with the position that they're in, pitching you red pill rage. It's a wrap. Y'all debating with these women. Just think about this. All this time that people have been debating with OnlyFans girls and black women and whatever these debates are, white women and European women doing it. Think about what I've done the last 2 or 3 years. I stopped rage baiting on Instagram. Like, I used to do the little reactions to the dumb women saying shit. I used to do that. And people blew up the last 3 years because of that. I sat back. I was like, I ain't going to do that. I put one out here and there. And I was like, I want to pivot away from that. Because during that time while we're rage baiting you, I was living the fucking life that you've seen now, the receipts. I'm like, I'm having a good old time. Not married, not debating women. All right, not debating these bitch ass niggas, Andrew Wilson. I was forced into that. I didn't even want to debate. All right, people wanted to see it. Okay, not trying to red pill rage, and not trying to get y'all up here trying to say, well, these women need to change. OnlyFans owner finally died. Now we know why he was trying to sell OnlyFans. He had cancer. People were like, he's trying to sell it because AI is taking over. Halfway true, but apparently he was dying. All right, so that's why he's trying to sell it. He's trying to get all his money out at the end. Now he's stuck, and now they got to have a whole. So the OnlyFans owner died the other day. So we'll know what's happening to OnlyFans. But here's the thing, man. Y'all are still trying to negotiate a situation that's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. It's a wrap. Now, there can be still marriages. There's still going to be marriages. You're going to see there's still going to be relationships and dating and marriage. Is going to be new dating and marriage. Like there's going to be people here thumping their chest at marriages, and it's going to be their second and third marriage. Right? Their second and third marriage. Meanwhile, they ain't lived none of the life I live. All right. They haven't done it. It's like it's maddening. Or they married a stepmother. Like, you know, how many of these red pillars ended up marrying stepmoms? Again, I don't have no shade on them, but it ain't for me. It ain't for me, bro. That ain't what I'm fucking fixing to do. I have a life to live. I have countries to go to. I have binds to fix. I have hands to put on hips. I got cars to purchase and land and real estates. I got shit to do, bro. I got shit to do. I've already been married. I already had kids. Shit was fun for like 10 minutes. So you guys, what he's telling you is I'm living the happiest life that most men could ever dream of, especially men that don't even know about what I'm doing. They'd be like, I would love to live your life. Just because I'm not doing it the way you want to do it. Okay. What you have to do is show me the life that you have that is better than the one I got. Well, here's the deal. You can't, because I'm the one with the audience. I'm the one with the audience. Like, I'm the one demonstrating it on a daily basis. Look at how I'm living. This is the best choice ever. And a lot of people have to watch and be like, damn, this is so good. What do I have to do? The first thing you have to do is get rid of this need to be liked by women. Get rid of this need to be liked by women. I don't know what this is with you men, okay, that you guys sit up in Cleveland talking about a women liking you. Well, women really like me. Nigga, so what? Okay, receipts. Who cares? A woman liking you, do how many women liked you and she liked somebody else like 10 weeks later? It's like, so what? All right, that means nothing. You cannot sell a woman liking you. What are you going to sell? Let's say you had a woman that likes you and you can bottle that up and sell it. How much is it worth? Means nothing. I've had a lot of women like me, hundreds. Where are they at now? They gone. They like somebody else. They like somebody else more. It's okay. Not a big deal. You got to literally give up that need to be liked, because it proves nothing. All right. Somebody's talking in German on the stream here, so we're just going to give them a pause. Where the goddamn moderators at? All right. Why am I seeing German in my stream here? Somebody needs to get a block ski. All right. Hold on for a second. It's moving around. Let me see if I can get it to stop. All right. Ban user. You cannot bottle it up. But I do say this. Having a woman like you feels good for just a little bit. All right. It feels good. I cannot tell you. It feels great. But you can't sell it. Dudes will be like, I got women that like me. Okay, where they at? Okay, tell me the woman that liked you in 1982. Where's she at? So what? It meant nothing. All right. It was fine. So anyway, with that being said here, my strategy is the only one that works. I can get you to avoid marrying a woman with children. All right. Like okay, let's just say this. Who wants to marry a woman that has children? All right. Let's do a poll. Who wants to marry a woman? Like, if that's what your goal is, you're 30, 35, 40, 45. Is that on your radar? I'm going to marry a woman that has kids. Press 1 and press. Who wants this shit? So for me as a divorcee, that was like literally, I had a 60% chance of marrying a woman that has children if I date women my age. People will be like, you should date women your age. They all have children. It's like, what the? They all have kids. And people will say, no, they don't. 75% of women after the age of 40 have had kids. 75%. And this is data that was current at my time and when I was living in this. And people are going to say that's not possible. Okay. Let's do the math. What percentage of women have kids after 40? Uh-oh. What percentage of women have kids after 40? It's low. It's getting higher, but it's still relatively low. Most women do not, most women by 40 have had all the kids that they gonna fucking have. So the idea that women are gonna be available without children is gonna be lower. They're almost always gonna achieve this idea that now it's changing because we're gonna show you the data coming up later. It's changing. Women are becoming more single without kids. All right. But in my day, in my generation of women, most of them have had those kids by that age. Okay. So it's one of those things that happens here that men need to understand that that's what you're gonna deal with. You're gonna deal with that idea. You can't do nothing about it. So I'm looking at it going, I don't want to date a woman that has kids. I don't give a fuck if she has kids, if the kids are adults. I don't give a fuck. And I have a thing, that I just can't be cream pieing bitches that already have 5 kids. All right. I can't do it. I gotta just she got 2 and 3 kids. So that's not on my radar. So if most of those women have kids already, I don't want nothing to do with them. Like, not seriously. Well, let's just say this. I wouldn't have a serious relationship with a woman that has kids. I don't. Like, I'll fuck around with her and I'll have sex with her here and there, and she'll be on the team and I'll put her on the bench. All right. And she could come through and play her role. If she's looking for something romantic, I don't want nothing to do with it. And I also don't like to play with women's feelings in their hearts. You know what I mean? I'm not the one to play with a woman's feelings. I tell it like it is. Most women don't want to be messing around with a guy like me in their advanced ages. Okay, so I take them off the table. I don't want to fuck around with a woman and lead her on and break her heart, and she thought there was something there and she was a hopeless romantic and she was really banking on me not fucking a 22-year-old woman when I was traveling, right? You know what I mean? Like, I just tell her, nah, bitch, when I travel, you're going to have to be cool with me fucking young bitches when I'm traveling. I don't know what to tell you. So I don't care if that woman likes me. That does nothing to me, because if she likes me, I'm going to break her heart. Trying to live up to her expectations, trying to not fool her so I can be with her because she likes me. I'd rather not deal with her because I'm not going to give her what she wants. I'm not going to give her, neither do I want to lead her on to believe that I'm going to give her what she wants, all because she likes me. No, thank you. I'm not going to mess with you. If you want a relationship and want to get married again at 48, go for it. I'm the wrong person for you. Okay, traveling with you at 48. You ever see these old people traveling with an old ass bitch? I'm like, why you bringing and dragging this old skeezer around? All right, why you dragging this old skeezer around? And she all, getting dressed up with her wedges and her wedge heels and walking around and trying to do shit out of breath. Why? Nah, bro. Fine dining some old skeezer, taking her from the airport here and there, carrying her bags. Why are you dragging this old skeezer around? She going and getting her motherfucking mom kini, all right, after she done got a box surgery, box stomach lift from having kids. Why are you dragging this old skeezer around? She got her sandals with her bunions in it, bunions all in her sandals, and giving her, oh man, hell no. She all out with her big ass hat and her sundress on with her soggy titties and shit. Oh man, hell no, bro. Why? I'm not about to drag no old skeezer around when I'm 50. All right. Yeah. So again, when people try to figure out my life, they always try to find something wrong with it. But I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to lead no old skeezers on. Like, I don't care. Well, if she really likes you, you can get a woman that likes you. I don't want no old skeezer. It does nothing for me. That does nothing for me. Leading some old skeezer on, and while she putting on SPF 50, so she don't, and she putting nose cream on it. Like, man, make it fuck out of here, bro. Look, gotta be telling me we can't be out here all the time, taking her to Sephora. No. Anyway, so if that's what y'all want to do, go for it. Y'all want to drag fat women around on vacation, go for it. It's not for me, and it's not for me to lead a woman on like that. So anyway, old women get to stay home. All right, that is what it is. All right, gotta wait for her to get her hair, you know what I mean? Curl her hair. Oh, I'm like, that old wig, throw that shit away. Walking around with her big ass hat on. All right, she taking out everybody, stopping to go shop. I'm holding her purse, waiting for this old skeezer to go shop at H&M. Not me, bro. Give me some young broads that I can pay for that don't like me, that only likes me for my money. Oh, gosh. There could be worse things in the world. All right, here's some money. You like me? Yes. All right, let me fill up your mouth real quick. And she'd be like, okay, daddy. All right, whatever you want. Sounds like a plan to me. All right, anyway, let's get to the part of the show here. What do we got here? We got Will and Jada Smith. Back in the news. We're going to call this Inside of the Mind of Modern Women here. Again, like Kaylin said, people really want you to be miserable like them, right? Be out here struggling like them. What do we got here? Will and Jada Smith here, apparently they're making the news again. The news is Jada Pinkett Smith says she'll eventually let her husband, Will Smith, move back in. And look at the picture that they got of old Will. I guess this story's not dying. Jada Pinkett says she will eventually let Will, her husband, move back in, adding that she's been enjoying her time living independently, ecclesiastically. All right. She's been living independent. Like, this is the, I know y'all don't think this is your future, but this is your future with these old women. Okay, once a woman gets past 55, her love for you is gone. She just wants to put you out to pasture. Your usefulness is gone. She done retired. She got you locked in 10, 15 years of marriage. You ain't going nowhere. You just gonna have to suffer through it. Now, get out my house. Get out my house. All right, I got a young boyfriend coming through. All right, y'all think this is weird, but here we go right here. We got Jada Pinkett Smith. Let's go right here.
We will.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Not right now.
But you will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
why do you say that with such clarity?
Because that's what it's going to be.
That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
And you both are on that page.
Yeah. And, but right now I really do enjoy my space.
Yeah.
I've been living
alone.
I am my mother's only child.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so having this time that I've had to myself has been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get to know me, even to have my house exactly how I want it. I don't have to be like, well, what color do you want this wall? You know what I mean? I can just do it.
You're the chooser.
I'm the chooser.
You're the chooser.
Right.
How come when women live this life, the women celebrate it? But then when I live it, the women don't celebrate me, neither do the men. Well, we got the men celebrating me, but the bitch ass niggas don't celebrate me. They want me to be out here doing what they're doing. All right. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm good. All right. I don't have to. I got a 5-bedroom house. I don't have to deal with negotiating with some woman here and there. All right. I'll let a woman stay for a weekend or some shit. She's like, I'm good. And he ain't coming back in there. All right. Because she got what she got going on. I'm good. And they're like, you're the chooser. Yes, I'm the chooser.
So when you imagine your life back together, because I'm sure you've seen it, how does that look to you?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet because it ain't going to happen. All right. It doesn't even make sense for her to go move back in the wind with Will. It doesn't even make sense. We don't know yet. He's not coming back in. By the way, they're still married. Let's drum up one for marriage again. These people are still walking around saying they're married. All right. Goodness.
We'll build that. And
so are y'all living?
We'll build it. We'll build it. And damn, she got a good plastic surgeon. I'm going to tell you, man, they did a good job on her face and the makeup is doing a good job. All right. But there's your boy, Will, ecclesiastically married. All right. Really bad. And we already know that there's some history for both of them negatively, how they live their lives. We already know there's probably some New World Order shit going on, humiliation ritual stuff going on, a lot of stuff going on. She's tired of being the beard, potentially, allegedly. Who knows? She's been freaking around. He been cheating on her. They had an open marriage. They had a whole bunch of things that people have said. But to see him, this is how he's ending up. He going out like this. This is his one thing he can't get a hold of. He can't get this type of humiliation done. And she don't care. She just going out doing her book tour. Remember, she tried to sell a book and sold 2 copies. She sold 2 copies of that book. All right. She owed the book publisher. Allegedly, she owed the book publisher money for all the money she took from that whack ass book that she put out. Nobody gave a fuck about that book. And they was even trying to release stories from the book, which was literally the book. Nobody cares about her. All right, but man, ecclesiastical marriage there. Who wants to be that? How old is Will Smith? How old is Will Smith? All right, not the Chargers. He's 57, so he's technically a Gen Xer, if I'm not mistaken. He falls right on the cusp of being a Generation Xer. But imagine you at 57. This is how your marriage ends up. Now, all you have to do is go find 57-year-old people and look at their marriage. Tell me that's what you want. Okay, anyway. It don't even have to be Will Smith. It's an evil world we live in. Hold on. God bless me ecclesiastically. It's an evil world we live in. We have red pill content creator Clavicular. Speaking of married people, we have two married couples that we're going to feature here and a young 18-year-old woman who got married. We're going to see how they treat her as well. We have It's an evil world we live in. Clavicular. He's been going feral on the internet. He's got a good editor and a good stream clipper. Apparently, Clavicular is at a nightclub, and you guys know him. He's a guy that he's come up with the phrase looks maxing. And I believe he's in his early 20s. And if you don't know, he's part of the Manosphere. And he recently was at a party with all of the elder Manosphere content creators passing the torch or passing something over to him. They had the Fresh and Fit brothers there, and the Tate brothers were there, and they had another brother there that I can't remember his name, but I see him. He was on the inside the Manosphere. Can't remember his name, but you guys know him. And Clavicular was there. They say he's 20 years old. But what he pretty much preaches, if you don't know, is the idea of looks maxing, in which apparently the idea is to look a certain way, chisel jaw, have the looks, and don't worry about the personality and possibly the status or the money. All right. Where looks, the black pill idea of what matters most, looks, money, status, height, all of these stuff. Well, he leans on the looks. All right. I'm going to make the look a certain way, and the women are going to like me based on the look. But he also then treats them like shit, but still gets the women, right? So he's even caught other women jumping in his lap, and then that woman will say, I don't want to be on the stream because my boyfriend will see me. So he really then calls out the bullshit of the women doing what they do because they like him on the looks. All right, that would be the similar to me is if I tricked on women and then backstabbed them and went on the internet and then exposed them for being whores that I tricked on. All right, so that's kind of weird behavior to me. All right, that would be weird, but that's what he's doing, which makes him part of the Manosphere. That would make him suitable for the Manosphere. We've seen them do it to the women in the nightclub. They set up an opportunity to go to a nightclub, and then when the women were in the section, then they want to make an idea of kicking the women out of the section. It's kind of weird. I think that's weird. But again, you guys are so hurt and bitter that you participate in this stuff because you hate women because you can't compete with women, and you hate young women because you can't get young women and you have no leverage. So you hate women, so you make your whole personality shitting on women. Instead of having a philosophy to improve yourself, exposing the dangers of women. That's what I do. All right, that's what I do. I basically tell you, well, this is what women are going to do. This is your philosophy. This is how you're going to beat it. You can't negotiate with them. I don't have to shit on the women. But you guys have to shit on the women that make yourself feel better as a man for some reason. All right, I don't know what it is, but that's how y'all get around. But apparently that's what he's doing here. And in this particular clip, he's somewhere in a nightclub with his shirt off. All right. And what he's going to do is expose this wife who the wife was hitting on him and other men at girls' nights out. And apparently in this clip, he's going to expose the wife for flirting with other men on girls' nights out. All right. So let's go ahead and play the video.
You're literally the worst parent I've ever seen. It's so fucked up. She's in this state and you're out here cheating on your husband. Yes, you are. You're disgusting. I don't know why you would do that. You're literally the most evil parent I've ever seen. Get her water and sit her down.
Okay, so you see the clip there. Apparently, I don't know what he did. I'm just gonna assume here. I'm just gonna assume he was at a club. He saw these old skeezers there, the old skeezers that I should be dating. The woman was flirting with other guys, and somehow he found that she was married. You see what I mean? Like, okay, I mean, that's the red pill for you. That's the manosphere. But apparently that's what I'm looking at in this particular clip. So now he's going to go, and this is, again, bad timing for me. Like, exposing women in nightclubs really is a bad deal. Kicking them out of the section because they're ugly, this is bad, all right? This is bad business. This is why I tell you, you can't take your hate from the internet and then put it in real life. You're going to look crazy to me. That's going to look crazy because these hoes, they don't care, especially at 2 a.m. drunk. Women don't care, right? You try to shame them to get the doing right. So I think this is not the way to go for you men, all right? And you guys hate women so bad that you guys get entertainment from this. But I think the hate is just you hate them because you can't fuck them. I figured out a way to fuck them, right? All it takes is some bird seed, all right? That's all it takes. And it always took that. So get your chicken bag up. But here we go right here. So let's go in further and show you where this is going. This is going to even make an evil turn. The turn is going to get more evil. I didn't want to get up here and criticize Clavicular because he's got his lane and he's got his audience. None of his people, all right, none of his people are going to ever watch me, just like Myron's group of young boys ain't going to ever watch me. They never heard of me. They think Myron's their God, all right? Okay. And they thought I was jealous of Myron. They didn't realize that I was on here before him, and I'm just jealous. So I'm not here to criticize Clavicular. What I'm here to show you is this. And this is why I told you, older married people, you got to really do your research on how they're surviving in their marriage. Because what you're going to find, it is not what you think, especially white people in America. White people in America are the face of America and the face of marriage. All right. They overwhelmingly have one of the most successful track records with marriage. I mean, compared to black people. And of course, in America, it's just white and black, according to everybody. All right. But they have other couples that have way more better marriage statistics, but y'all don't care about them because they're very small minorities. All right. But when it comes to white folks, they're considered married for longer. But of course, you have housewives and suburban communities and good schools and neighborhoods and so forth and so on, right? But take a look at this. Apparently, Clavicular, in exposing this wife, allegedly found this to be the case. He exposed her. So what the internet does, especially the young men, which we would classify as incels, they're going to do what I don't like even my audience to do, is to target people that I feature on the show. So because he targeted this person and exposed her in the nightclub, these cougars in the nightclub who are kissing and fucking and sucking on the other dudes' dicks, as we know, girls that when they go to girls' nights out, they do this. Apparently, it must have got out to the woman's husband because the incels probably then went and tried to find who the person was, and they did the photo match, and then they found the husband. The husband has responded. Allegedly, the husband has responded on his Facebook, and there it is. Here's the response. This is why you got to figure out what these marriages are really at. Allegedly, it says Daniel, there's his last name, and it says, my wife is a grown woman who I've been with for over 25 years. She can do what she wants. I know our bond is unbreakable. We will overcome this like everything else. Love you, sweetie. Okay, there it is. Okay, you heard it. Okay. Okay, so when I tell you, it's going to be difficult for you guys to really look at how I see relationships because you see them as ecclesiastically. You see them as only working one way. But what I know is that they work in a whole bunch of ways. They don't just work with the whole, this is man, this is woman, you do this, she does that. Those days are gone. You will even have marriages last through this. So they probably have an open relationship. He probably was cheating on her well before she was cheating on him. Okay. He probably somewhere trying to cheat on her while she at the club, buying pussy from young women. Okay. So then you have the whole idea. They probably got some cuck shit going on because, you know, I tell you stories of white couples approaching me all the time. Right. I had that happen in Vietnam. White couple was in the elevator. Let's go to your penthouse and go have drinks. All right. Here's my wife. Fuck her. I want to watch. I want to be in a chair. Maybe he wanted to participate. I don't know. But you think that these couples are just couples that are having normal relationships? No, bro, they're abnormal. They are not follow the script. Sometimes they stay. And this is an example. Of course, people in the comment section who are probably never married, or young audience members, or men looking to change and shift the direction of marriage and relationships to ecclesiastics, what you're going to find is that you think you're going to go out there and expose someone, and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Sorry. He's like, I'm a cuck. I'm who I am. I'm a simp. I cheat on my wife. She cheats on me. We have an open relationship. We have an understanding. What we're not going to do is break up this family. Their family and what it looks like to have a family means everything. Just like me, I don't want to lose the bag. Just like him, he don't want to lose the marriage. In fact, if he does divorce her, let's say, this is what young men don't understand. If he does divorce her, he gonna get his ass handed to him in a divorce. That's what you don't know. Let's say he's in a wait. Let's say she was a stay-at-home mom for 18 years and she just now getting out there and working. She let her hair down. She go out there and suck a good dick. All right. And eat a dick up till she hicks up. All right. And he been out there cheating on her, doing whatever he doing or whatever they got going on. But he make $500,000 a year. He gonna divorce his wife for 25 years? The answer is no. He ain't just gonna divorce her because she at the club sucking dick. For 25 years, he knows she gonna have his head on a platter in divorce court. So he gonna be like, we'll work through this shit. This is what y'all don't know. This is why I'm telling y'all. Y'all listen to these young red pill rager and these incel podcasters in the red pill. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So when dudes say, coach, these girls only like you for the money. Okay, what about these guys? He only likes his wife and lets his wife cheat around on her for the fucking money. He's sticking around so his ass don't get divorced raped. And he got to put up with his wife out there sucking dick on live kick and deal with it. It's always going to be about the money. All men pay. It ain't never not going to be about the money. It's all men are in love, women are in business. So one of the reasons you're going to say he's just a cuck and a simp, I look at it from all directions and say, one of the reasons he can't do nothing is because he going to get his ass handed to him in a divorce. And here's another thing. All his dirty little secrets going to come out in a divorce. Yes. See, when you're married for 25 years, your wife knows where the bodies are buried. She knows if you extorted money from the corporation. She knows if you stole money from the HOA or the PTA. She knows that y'all had to swindle some shit and do some, some improper deals in the real estate business. All right. She knows that you went to Cambodia and fucked some minors. All right. You know what I mean? Like, she knows. She knows if you visited Laos a little bit too long and went to them brothels where they had I can't tell you what they have out here on the internet. She knows you then went out there and took some trips. She knows you went down to Hong Kong and Tijuana and fucked 15-year-old Mexicans. All right. She knows. At the donkey show. See, she knows all that shit. And she got a receipt. She got receipts and screenshots and all that shit. Okay. So when I tell y'all, it ain't as easy as, oh, my wife cheated on me, I'm gonna divorce her and get rid of it. It ain't that easy. She knows if y'all had to get rid of one of the maids that you impregnated and kicked her down the stairs and y'all buried her in the backyard. You see what I'm saying? Like, she knows if you took a trip to Epstein Island, nigga. Huh? She knows if you like to get pegged. if you told her to peg, all right? She know, hey man, she knows when you're in the bedroom and you Mr. Masculine frame, but you like to get pegged, huh? Or you had a gay boyfriend on the side. She knows. The wife knows, bruh. The wife knows. And when it comes to these white couples, you can guarantee that over 25 years, she done or had 1 or 50 of these things this nigga done done. All right? Dressing up like that nigga. What's the boxer? Oscar de la Hoya. Where don't you pull his picture up? See, when dudes are married, one thing that dudes do is they pillow talk. They share details, all right? Or they get caught up. Or they do shit and they tell the wife, or they put the bed, hey, we're going to extort a couple $100,000 from the company and we're going to look the other way. All right, we're going to commit some white collar crimes. We're going to do some shit we're going to take. And the wife act like, but let him stab the wife in the back. See what happens. She going to go up there and sing like a canary. She gonna sing like a canary, and he did this and he did this. Do you want to tell the community that? Do you want me to tell the ecclesiastical church what you had me doing with that peg? All right, so yeah, bro, that's why you seeing that happen. It ain't got no idea of, oh man, he's a cuck. I mean, that probably has something to do with it, but I'm guaranteeing you it has more to something to do with what I'm telling you. He can't just take his wife and tell her, man, I'm leaving you and I'm gonna leave you with nothing. No, she gonna be like, go ahead and try. Go ahead and try to leave me with nothing. I'm gonna tell the whole community X, Y, and Z. In fact, most divorce attorneys, when they get you in a divorce and your wife in that room, one of the things they're gonna ask her is about the dirty secrets. What do you know about what he did? Did he cheat on you? Did he have a side chick, a mistress? Did he steal money from his company? Did he have some gay shit that he trying to hide? Did he touch this? Did he have some internet porn? Did he evade his taxes? What did he do? Did he lie on it to the IRS? What did he do? You know he did something. Most people can't get through a marriage without being like, doing something on the side. So when that's the case, if your wife go in there and be like, nothing, we got nothing. I don't have nothing on this guy. All right. I don't have his old computer. I don't have no files of him looking at internet. I got nothing. He didn't have a secret gay life. He don't. Okay, he didn't make me bang and get a train ran on me, because a lot of married people doing this. Ask Anton Daniels. Ask Anton Daniels. He's prime example. He been married to that woman for damn near 20 years. And guess what? You know she got some shit on him. That's why he got to ecclesiastically sing her praises every now and then. Okay. Let me move on. It's an evil world we live in. Don't y'all want to get married now? Yeah, but here, listen to this story. We have a guy. He goes by. He doesn't say he's a pastor. He calls himself a servant of Jesus. He's a husband, a father of 3, and he's a founder and owner of what looks like to be a corporation, but it's a corporation that looks ecclesiastical. Let's just say this. Okay. So let's play this particular, or put this up on the screen. I'm not trying to show you his name and expose him again. Just like I'm not one of these guys, these red pill guys that want to tell you the name of the person so you guys can go attack them. And I'm not going to give them any I'm not going to give them any promotion. All right. I'm not here for you to jump on their stream and try to look them up. I'm not in that anger mode. But apparently this is a Christian. And he says, my wife was formerly promiscuous and I was a virgin. She was then radically born again, committed to church, evangelized consistently, Puritan books in her bedroom, prayer journal, grief over past sexual sins, etc. We got to know each other well for over a year, dated for 4 months, engaged for 2.5 years, and didn't sin sexually with each other. Our first kiss with each other was at the altar on our wedding day. Reaction picture attached. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the picture. We're not going to try to show you his name. This is the picture right here. Now, I'm hoping this is satire, but hey, okay, listen, I ain't the one to call the person. Look, apparently this is real. So I'm going to report it as real. but we have an ecclesiastical promiscuous virgin, all right, as Andrew Wilson married one of these two. She wasn't promiscuous. She was just had 2 baby daddies already before I showed up. All right, but look at the schnoz on this particular. Good Lord have mercy. I'm not trying to make this about looks, but good Lord have mercy. Gotcha, bitch. All right, let me show you. We do have a video. I think we do have video of her marriage ceremony. Let's see if we have the video here of her marriage ceremony. Oh, we do have a video of her marriage ceremony. Here it is right here. Got that nigga. All right, yeah. Gotcha, bitch. All right, there it is. Got that bitch ass nigga right there. Secured. All right, this goof ass nigga fell for it. Gotcha, bitch. There it is. All right, if you missed it, we'll put live video of her marriage ceremony right there. Got him. Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, got your bitch ass. Goodness gracious. We're going to read the rest of this. Goodness, Lord have mercy, coach. But she really likes me. I got a girl that really likes me. It's not about the money. It's not that I'm a CEO. But let's go back here. It says right here, my wife was formerly promiscuous and he was a virgin. The reason why I say that I'm highlighting this is that what I told you is this is more likely going to be the case for future relationships. It's not the shit on the guy. I'm not going to call him a simp or a cuck or he was just out of his mind. What I'm pointing out is that within even the church, this is your options of finding women the way you say you want to find them are limited. You're going to deal with promiscuous women. You're going to deal with former OnlyFans models, former escorts and prostitutions. Y'all hate them so bad. Coach, you only deal with prostitutes. Okay, those are your future wives, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. Those are your girlfriends. Okay, those are the girlfriends. Those are the girls at your job. Those are the girls at your school. Those are the girls, the same girls you want to call them names. Those are the same girls you run game on. Those are the same girls you cold approach. I don't know what to tell you. Those same girls. Gotcha, bitch. Okay. So what's going to happen is this is going to be the future of relationships. You want a relationship, you're going to have to overlook sins. You're going to have to overlook her past, especially if after she's 30. You're going to have to overlook it if you want a relationship. There's no way possible you're going to avoid this. That the exception is going to prove the rule. Okay, so let's continue to read this so you see what's going on here. Says formerly promiscuous, and he was a virgin. That's going to be most men. He didn't kiss her until the wedding altar. We've been married for over 5 years now. She's been the most wonderful and godly wife, mother to our 3 children, and homemaker you can imagine. All right, so there it is. Turning holes into housewives. Turning hoes into housewives, which they always say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Well, apparently he says you can. She's more pure than most virgins, as biblical purity has less to do with past sins and more to do with current posture of the heart and daily decisions to honor the Lord. So he's even put scripture in there to say that purity doesn't mean not touch sexually. Biblical purity has less to do with past and more to do with current postures of the heart. Whoo, wait. And it says, we're far too quick to forget the story of the woman labeled as a known sinner, likely a prostitute, in Luke 7:36 and 50, who was washing Jesus's feet with her tears while kissing them too. The Pharisees were shocked that Jesus let a public sinner do this. Jesus responded, the Lord Jesus Christ and the Latter-day Saints responded with a parable about debts being forgiven and ended with this powerful conclusion. Her many sins have been forgiven. That's why she loved much. But the one who is forgiven little loves little. This is Luke 7:47. Everyone seems to highlight the benefits of virginity, and it certainly is a blessing, but we forget to highlight the benefits of being forgiven much as well. My wife knows the depths of Jesus's forgiveness more than most people, enabling her to more easily live a life of passionate love for her Savior. Okay, so, I mean, this takes it to another level. Listen to this. So not only, listen to this, takes it to another level. So for the people talking about genuine burning desire, he takes that off the table and say, as long as she has passionate, genuine desire and burning desire for Jesus, it doesn't matter if she gave up burning desire for those other men and not for me. Okay, so as long as she got burning desire for Jesus, he said that. I didn't. All right, so you guys say I'm criticizing Christ and the Latter-day Saints. I did it. He says right here, it says right here, it says, enabling her to more easily live out a life of passionate love for her Savior. That's the passionate love that they live for. And by the way, this is a picture of the people. All right. Wow. Imagine this woman getting ran through. This cannot be real. Is he trolling? A woman and a man's past sexual sins matter. But what matters far more when it comes to deciding who to marry is if the person is truly born again, if their repentance is real, and if they truly have a heart for Christ, if they truly love Jesus and obey his commandments. Okay, so I'm not going to read the rest because he has a lot of scripture here, and you guys know me, I'm getting quite bored of it. But this is incredible. But it does go down the pattern of what I've been saying about, about this world. The free agent lifestyle is now 10 years old. It's a decade old. I started the free agent lifestyle philosophy in 2016. Okay, it is now 2026. You're seeing the results of me living it thoroughly all the way through, almost to the completion, almost to the point where I avoided all the bullshit. I avoided a second divorce. I avoided having the victim woman out after a breakup. I've avoided child support from now, additional children. I've avoided all the traps. I've avoided falling in love and then falling out of love. I've avoided all of it. Now, that doesn't sit well with you because I don't know why you want me to do it so bad, because you see me successfully living it. But then when I look at what other people are trying to tell you to do, I also tell you that if you want to achieve marriage and relationships and dating, you're going to have to simp. You're going to have to simp. You're going to have to buck up or cuck up. You're going to have to deal with a promiscuous woman's past. I've been saying that for years. You're going to have to deal with her. She formerly was OnlyFans. Okay, I can't understand why y'all don't see this. Like, that's what you're gonna have to do, y'all. Okay, that's what you guys gonna have to do. What else do we? What else do I have to tell you? What else do I have to show you? Anything else? You're gonna have to deal with that. Former strippers, women with a past, promiscuous women, even in the church can't save you. The church cannot save you. They're even telling you right here, all her sins are washed away. I've been redeemed. I've been redeemed. I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Filled with the Holy Ghost I am. All my sins are washed away. I've been redeemed. You guys are stuck like Chuck. Reformed 304, skeezers and baby mamas. And that's what y'all got, man. I don't know what to tell you. Buckle your seatbelt out here. All right, last one on this evil world we live in, and then we'll do the super chats and then the main event. We have a baby. We have a wife. All right, so here we go right here. Goodness gracious. All right, so we do have the opposite here. Let's prove Coach wrong. We have the exception to the rule. Shout out to this young woman here. Apparently, this is not a troll or an AI. We have this young pretty sister right here, and it looks like she has another pretty sister available, but there is a baby being held, so we're going to do some recon here. But apparently she says, my baby is married, and my baby is 18 and married. All right, my baby is 18 and married. So let's play the clip.
It's a wife, yeah. A wife,
yeah.
It's a wife,
Hey.
It's a wife, it's a wife, yeah.
All right, so shout out to them right there. You guys see this woman here, beautiful young lady here, I would say, and I don't see many tattoos. I do see a little bit of a wig, possibly a lace front, but hey, she's in her wedding dress. They have a nice house, and she does have a nice little sister in the background right there, and they appear to be FBA, Black Americans. And they're singing That's a Wife. They're celebrating that. Now, we're going to assume, I would assume that the baby is hers and she probably married to one of these men in the picture. I'm not sure. Okay, but we're going to say that the first thing that came to my mind was shotgun wedding, right? You know what I mean? She got knocked up and it was like, you know, let's do right by my girl. Okay. But I don't know that to be the case. Now, here's what I want to say about this. Number one, this is a big exception to the rule. Number two, this is anti-feminism, right? Feminists do not want this. They want women to have freedom and independence and a freedom and choice to do what they want to do, except this. And I criticize this in the book, my book, The Evolution, saying that isn't it odd that feminism wants women to make choices of their own life, except being a mother, all right, except having a family when they're 18 and 20. If an 18 to 20-year-old woman says, I want to have a family, I want to have children, they're going to be talked out of it. This is what makes it worse for you to have the woman that you want, because they're going to talk women out of it. You're still young. You shouldn't be getting married. Now, again, I'm not telling them they should be getting married. Most people are saying conventional wisdom on the men's side is that women shouldn't be wasting their prime years and then coming in here marrying late. But I want you to look at this. The people who disagreed and agreed with this particular thing, let's highlight this. And of course, we have a woman here with a Christ cross right here, okay, as her profile picture. She said that's not right. She should be looking forward to college, meeting new friends, having the time of her life. We already knows what that means. Not catering her time to another little man who should be doing the same. Now, take a look at the ratio. All right, look at the ratio. Most people here are agreeing to this. Isn't feminism, don't we want women to make their own choices? No, they got to make the choice to do the bidding of the feminist, the antichrist. Even this Christian, this fake Christian, is saying that's not right. She's supposed to be in these streets sucking and fucking, right? Meeting new friends, meeting new people, not catering to a man. This one says, let me come back to this one. Okay, this one says, in the Bible, you're never married too young. I don't know. You're never too young to be married. I'm not sure. All right, we have some people congratulating. This one says, damn, poor baby ain't even lived adulthood yet. Look at the ratio. Poor baby. We're infantilizing 18-year-olds now. I mean, this is pretty bad. This one says, ain't even old enough to sit at the bar. All right, wow. Look at what they want them to do. They want them to throw their lives away, have fun, sit at the bar, go to the club and all that shit, get them out their system, and then turn them over to you. Then Then you're supposed to pick up the slack and take out the trash. And then when you choose not to do it, men and women get mad at you. They get mad at me all the time. Why you mad at me? Why you mad at me? Don't get mad at me because I don't want to do what you're bidding and stay on the plantation. So it says, so kids can get pregnant as teens, but marriage is a problem. I hate this generation. That's true. They don't care that the woman has a kid. Oh, okay, they can have kids. Marriage, no. This says, I can't believe they let Lil Mama do that. But of course, if she had a kid, no problem. This one says, too young to be married. It says, congratulations, but scary thing is about how much I've changed in 2 years from 18 to 20. May they have a beautiful, successful marriage and grow together. This is all true, by the way. Hopefully she don't meet the love of her life at 20. Oh, my God. Remember, she likes me, coach. Yeah, but what happens in 2 years? She's not going to like you. Don't y'all forget that some of y'all mamas and daddies was married at 15. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the truth. And as you can see here, there's some people here giving some love. How is she getting married before she's legally able to drink? Look what's important to these women: drinking, going to the club, bar, meeting new people, having sex. This one says, same, got married at 18. I'm 20, finna be 21. Finna. This year, no regrets. This one says, I got mixed feelings, but this is better than a teenage pregnancy. This is Michael Jackson's daddy. All right. And you can see we got some congratulations in the building. Okay. What does she know about marriage at 18? Woman. I mean, but look, This is the funny thing about it. This is a funny thing about it, because I often ask this, and you kind of see it in the responses. So if she's pregnant and delivers a kid, that's fine. They would just be like, oh, that's a shame. But they would live with it. If she was out there doing OnlyFans, living independently, boss babing, going to college, they would be fine with that too. Traveling the world, being an escort, right? Boss babe. They would be fine with that. The women would defend it. But God forbid she marries an 18-year-old young man. Or God forbid she let me fuck on her and she 18 and I fix her behind. All right, that's out of the question. What they want and prefer is her to be running from Pookie to Pookie to Pookie to Pookie to Pookie up until she's 32, and they're good with that. Anything else, no bueno. All right, no bueno. Turn her life over to the corporation. But let me be fucking on her. They're gonna be pissed like a motherfucker, right? Wow, you shouldn't be fucking on her, coach. Okay, well, she fucking on Pookie. All right, is it fine? Yeah, Pookie can fuck on her, but you can't. All right, well, that's crazy. All right, that's crazy, bro. People are really doing too much judging other people and the way they live. When I look at the way people live and I say, well, this is the reality you're going to deal with, because I not only see it on the internet, I see it in the real world. It's a sad time that we're in. Okay. Yeah, somebody said they're old enough to take out loans at the bank, old enough to, technically old enough to take out student loan debt, although they've changed that quite a bit. You have to be at least 20 or 21. Old enough to go to the army. But no, marriage, nah. Anyway, let me do these super chats, and then we got the main event coming up here. Ecclesiastically in this chair, right? This chair is not the best either. Okay, so we have, let's see here. Miles says, it seems like that boss up window is closing at an accelerated pace. If you haven't bossed up already, you're already behind. As soon as I boss up, I'm getting a visa into another country. We are all at the breaking point here in America. And if you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you. It's almost too late for a lot of you. All right, especially if you haven't changed your mindset. It's almost too late. All right, if y'all still arguing politics, you're cooked. Like, nobody gives a fuck about politics here. American politics. Nobody cares about any of that here. You guys got to get out and move. If you ain't waking up, you fucking right here. You fucking lost. Okay, you're lost about what's going on out here. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are really, really up shit's creek. All right, really up shit's creek. But it's really mentality. It's mindset that's really defeating you. It's mindset and mentality. And I can't save all of y'all. So I just have to sit back and say, at this point, I'm going to enjoy my life, come back, spit my message, and then go back out here and win. But none of these motherfuckers going to save you. Politicians aren't going to save you. None of these women are going to save you. None of these church pastors and preachers are going to save you. You really have to save yourself. But the window is closing rapidly. I said that COVID is gone. And we even paraphrased Lou Dobbs, him preaching that the middle class is eroding. And I did a whole blue chip mindset on the class system. I was like, you guys can't even hop out of this class system. You are cooked. You are cooked. Ain't no saving you. I can't save you. Especially if you're trying to beat what I'm telling you. I'm unbeatable. The strategy and guidelines and rules that I've set out here, you cannot beat what I'm telling you. With a stick, nobody's been able to defeat me at all. Right? I want you to understand, everything I said has come true in the past. And you're going to see this in the next clip, in the next segment. You can't beat it. You guys are fucking cooked. You guys can all get together and get married today, and you still going to lose, because 50% to 60% of y'all going to get divorced. Kick down the line. I can just set my clock. All right, let's see y'all in 10 years. And then y'all all go, half of y'all going to get divorced, and I'm going to be looking at y'all bitch asses like, I told you. All right, I told you. My man said, no money is the best buffer to dating with women. I mean, that's some loser shit. I tell you, you're gonna have no money and date. I mean, come on, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? That's your idea of winning, having no money? Okay, go ahead. Like, ring the fucking bell. Like, I look at some of y'all people and go, oh, Lord. Let's not have any money so women can't take it. Ring the fucking bell. Oh, you meant having money. I was about to say, nigga. I was about to say, bro. All right, I'm about to say. You just don't want her to get access to it. But I'm telling you, man, people, it's bad out here. I'm the only one that y'all can't be. Like, y'all want to be out here locked up with stepmoms at the end of the day. Well, if a woman really likes you, go. Okay, look, here's the philosophy. If a woman really likes you, or go with women who really like you, what if she's a single mother? Like, how does that make sense? Okay, what if it's a woman that you don't want to deal with? What if she fat? Like, I don't understand how y'all get up in the morning with that bullshit. What if she was a hooker? Was she a hooker? What if she got 2 baby daddies? Because that's what you're gonna have at some particular point. What if she's married, nigga? What if she's 300 pounds, nigga? See, this is the funny thing about it. When I hear men say that, because the guys keep saying that to me, and I'll be like, that don't make sense. That doesn't make sense, because that's the same thing as when people try to tell me love exists. Love exists. I'm like, okay, if love exists, why then does somebody tell you you can't be with that person because they're white, or that they're older, or that they speak another language, or that they live 9,000 miles away, or that they're a different religion, or he's shorter than her? All of a sudden, love has criteria. All of a sudden, love is conditional. He's poor. She makes more money than him. All of a sudden, oh, that can't be love. Love can't exist because there's conditions out here. There's always conditions. Just like when you say go with a woman who likes you. Okay, well, hold on for a second. What if she's homeless? This doesn't make sense. That these are things that people try to get you to go to, that they think that's their go-to. But when you start breaking it down, saying, well, what if it's this? And what if it's that? What if she got 6 toes? What if she got a tail? Like, what the fuck? And I don't want to hit you with the what if isms, but it's real. Like, you can't just say some shit like that and let it fly. Is there a philosophy behind that? Okay, you're going to go with anybody who likes you, or somebody that has, conditions. Oh, well, obviously she's going to be this, and that. Well, okay. So you're only going to go with the women who like you that fit your condition. What the fuck are you talking about? People always come up with bullshit to make it seem like they're philosophical. Then you got me to argue this shit, trying to be logical and rational and pragmatic at the same time. Like, oh my God. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this information? Okay, godly. All right, but anyway, shout out to Miles C. Says the boss up window is closing. We have NGN, no government name, says men are also de-evolving by going to war over religious ideologies. Well, again, like I say, the thing is, men don't choose to go to war. They choose to sign up for the military, right? I don't think they're going to go there I don't think they're breaking that down to religious ideology. Like, when you go sign up for the military, most people are signing up for benefits, obviously, right? You're signing up for benefits. You're looking for a career path. Then when they say go to war, nigga, they really indoctrinate you and train your ass to go to war. Or guess what? You're going to pay a penalty. So they're not going to war for religious ideology, or they're not going to war to protect, the masters of the universe resources. They're going to war so they can buy their time out and hopefully don't die. Yeah, they go to war for a Hellcat. Yeah, they go to war to get married to some bitch in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and they can move off the barracks. That's what they're there for. All right, so they're not going to war over religious ideology at all. They don't care. They don't really care, and nor do they sit around thinking about it. Nor do they don't have time. What they're going to do is give them steak and lobster, and they're going to ship their motherfucking asses out, and they're going to be in a cargo plane with a helmet, with a sleeping bag attached to their motherfucking back, jumping out of a plane. Okay. So now you sitting at home talking about religious ideology, and you sitting at home talking about the Jews, and you sitting at home talking about resources. That's what you sitting at home doing, because you ain't running a mile and you ain't got the canteen empty, right? You ain't running 5 miles. You ain't doing the 5 a.m. You know what I mean? With the toothbrush scrubbing the latrine, peeling potatoes. You at home sitting there on the fucking couch talking about Jews. All right. I'm just telling you, the mindset is completely different when you got to wake up and motherfucking fold your motherfucking laundry at the back of the fucking the bottom of the bunk. All right, and you got to have your sheet so tight I can bounce a quarter off the shit, and you got to stay up in 10 hut. All right, they don't got time to be looking at what these religious. They got to get their firearms motherfucking tucked. They got to have their shit clean. They got to know how to change the magazine and the clip. They ain't got no time for that shit. Polishing boots at 5:30 up in the morning. They ain't got time to look at Instagram and see what y'all niggas talking about with these Jews and all this shit. Yeah. They doing left, right, left, right, left. Right, that's what they doing. And you on the internet talking about All right, he said, I'm mostly right. There's a contingency in the military that's really down for it, especially if they're jumping from planes. Yeah, man, look. There's some people in the military that just gung-ho, nigga. They ready to go. They ready to go. Tell us who to shoot. We gung-ho, nigga. Hey, they don't care who the enemy is. They like, who we shooting? All right, put the parachute on. Let's go. They down for whatever. They down for whatever. I remember some military dudes that I knew. I was like, man, this dude, he motherfucking ain't wrapped too tight. All right, he gone. There was this dude, I remember him. He was in middle school. And his name was, damn, I can't remember his name. I wanted to remember his name. I will never forget this motherfucker, man. As long as I live, I'm scared of this nigga. All right, there was two people. There was another dude in high school. I was like, I know he going to the military. He would get up and run. He'd be ready to go. He was signed up. He couldn't ready to go to the military. He was a senior. I was a senior. He was like ready to go. I can't wait to serve. But there was this dude, I think his name was Nelson. He was a white boy. He had the fucking box haircut, the military box haircut. White dude. His father must have been a sergeant in the military, something. Because he would come in, spit shine shoes. He would talk military. He had his chest out. He was like Sergeant Slaughter. He was like Sergeant Slaughter, but in the 8th grade. Right? Like, Nick, I was like, this dude crazy. And of course, he came in with his motherfucking ROTC uniform and shit, and his badges and all that shit, all in the 8th grade. Pledge allegiance to the flag ass nigga. All right, yo. We used to see him, and he'd be down in the hall telling people orders and shit. I was like, this nigga gone. He gone. He going straight to the military. Yeah, he had that Brian Bosworth, and his shit was always cut, tucked in his shirt. I was like, man, he gone. Ready to go. But I remember there were two dudes like that I was like, they going to the military gung-ho, CIA, New World Order, all of that shit, and nobody talking them off the ledge. All right, so there's some dudes like that. They just gung-ho. They'll do whatever they say, whatever the country tells them to do. Sergeant, what you want me to do? Snipe this nigga from 12,000 meters? Let's go. Pow, all right. Hey, I had orders. I don't give a fuck what you all arguing about. Right on the internet. We had orders. I carried out the orders as I was trained to do. Now that I look back on it, maybe it was fucked up 12 years later, but hey, I had orders. Press one in the chat if some of you niggies are like that, you military guys. They don't give a fuck about nothing going on there. They like just do what we need to do. Drop a bomb. Like, you got to be really on some shit to be like, hey, you know what? What we're going to do is We're going to get SEAL Team 6 together. We're going to swim across the ocean 6 miles. We're going to get out of the water, fly in a helicopter, and we're going to go get the most dangerous man in the world at 4 a.m. Right? You don't have time to be like, let me get my iPad out real quick and see what the fuck's going on. Oh, they said the Jews are responsible for this. Hey, Sergeant, the Jews are responsible for this shit. All right. This is a false flag. It's a psyops. This is part of the New World Order. Do we want to actually do this or what? They don't got no time. They ain't sitting around thinking of this. All right. They like, bruh, all right, then we got orders. All right, we're gonna be up bright and early at 2, ready to go. And then you go fly over the top of some country with the fucking kids in the school dropping bombs. Fuck it. All right. That ain't really a school. 196 kids blown to smithereens. You don't give a fuck. Drop the bomb. We had orders. Well, the Jews made us do it. We're funded by the Jews. I'm pretty sure the person flying the plane and the nigga pressing the button to drop the bomb on the schools, they don't give a fuck about what the Jews pay for. All right. I can guarantee you he's 19, 37, 32 years old. He don't give a fuck about Benghazi, Bin Laden. They don't give a fuck. Boom, drop the bomb. Okay, there was 196 kids there. All right. Sorry. All right. Anyway. All right. He says, as a former military member, you can think it, but the superiors don't care what you think. Yeah, man, that's what you signed up for. So again, yeah, I mean, I meant to say that about that because, you know, he's saying people are going to war over religious ideologies. I don't think we can help those guys. Big T Dog says, just dropping off my offering to the collection plate. I appreciate the people that are coming through, man. Shout out to our brother here, the director of copulations. He says, it's honestly sad that Mitches would rather bitch and complain than to just get after it. He says, I ain't gotta like CGA, but I'm working towards it. Hashtag ecclesiastical. Yeah, man, you ain't gotta like the way I do it. Because just let me tell you something. Even though the free agent lifestyle is somewhat digestible and palpable, people disagreed with the free agent lifestyle. Now that the free agent lifestyle has won, it's literally won. Now people try to discredit it. So you see people here and there to try to discredit it. You've seen in 2016, me saying the free agent lifestyle, literally calling it that, which is an offshoot of another branch of the Red Pill, but rebranding it that and telling you what it is and writing a book. People are literally saying today that they want to live that, men today. But it was people were criticizing it in 2016. Now, the same way you're criticizing, some people are criticizing what I do in 2026. I don't care, bro. I won. I'm going to win that lane too, because dating is monetized. So dating is becoming monetized across the board. So you're not going to beat it. You can be mad at it. You can bitch and yell and complain, but it is what it is. I'm going to be right. And I'm hedging my bets on it. I hedged my bet on the free agent lifestyle in 2016. That's 10 years later. I fucking won. I didn't get remarried. I didn't get re-divorced. I didn't marry a single mom. I didn't marry a fat bitch. It is what it is. Now, same thing with monetized dating. Bro, it's going there. It's already there. Sorry. The women are monetized. It's going to be harder for you. Yeah, can some woman here and there not be monetized with you here and there? Sure. I have that too. But overwhelmingly it is. So you can be mad. I've been having people mad at me for 10 years. The free agent lifestyle was not popular until really, I would say, after all the red pill has been exposed. Okay, so you had me doing the free agent lifestyle and people were caught onto it. Then Kevin Samuels got popular. Then the Passport Bros got popular. Then Fresh and Fit got popular. Like, then that all kind of went past me and they were like, oh, maybe there is another way. Spin plates over here with Fresh and Fit and Rolo. All right, Kevin Samuels, all right, he's going to save us. And the Passport Bros got it. Okay, yeah, that's we got that. But then once that got exposed, then guess what's left? The free agent lifestyle. Still standing. Still going. Guess what else is still standing and going? Monetized dating. I'm still fucking your wives, your future wives. I'm still fucking your girlfriends. Okay. I get a crack at them. I get the front of the line pass. I'm getting your girlfriend that you ain't got. And I'm getting your future wife, the girl you're going to fucking marry. You're going to have to deal with it. Guys, this is how it's going. There's women that are at the JUCO saying they want me to come to their wedding when they marry you niggas. I swear to God. This is where it's going. So y'all can call it what it is. Oh, they just prostitute. Literally, they're telling me, oh, when I get married, daddy, I want you to come to the wedding. Nigga, I swear to God, I can't make this shit up. It's like, whoa, 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 nigga. That's how cold the shit is out here, bro. Y'all don't want no parts of this fucking life. It is cold out here like the middle of the motherfucking winter. Oh, I had another one. I told this to locals. This one chick told me, she was like, my best friend used to mess with this way popular rapper for a year. And then she messed with another rapper. One rapper paid, the other rapper didn't. I wish I could say the name, but this is on regular YouTube, so I ain't gonna say the name. One rapper used to pay her for a year, monetized. He's famous. And then she said the other rapper is a well-known baby daddy, young dude, but didn't pay her. She messed around with both of them. Guess what? She's married. She's married right now. She said she just got married. So I asked her, did she tell the husband? Did she tell the husband that she had that past with those two rappers? She said, hell no. Nigga, I said, woo, whoo, 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 whoo. Y'all cook, nigga. Y'all cooked out here, bro. Cook it. I feel no pain for you niggas. You gonna argue me up left and right out here. If you dealing with a beautiful woman out here, just best believe she monetized. And I said, yeah. I was like, did she tell him? She was like, nah, nigga. Woo. And she said the dude that she's with, the dude that she's married to, he does well in life. Now, he's not on that level, but he does well in life. Let me give you another one. The woman that P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, impregnated, that Asian woman in Orange County, California. People tend to forget about her. But he ended up impregnating that woman. I covered the story maybe about, I want to say it was around COVID or after COVID. He impregnated this Asian chick. Well, there's a content creator that I also covered that went into a divorce. So there was a content creator. I don't know if you remember the name, but it was the woman was the main content creator and the husband, they had a relationship channel or a relationship content page. And then the couple broke up and they were saying that the husband might have cheated on her, but he might have been also down low in the closet, or that maybe remember she bought the house and then divorced him. I can't remember the couple's name. But I covered them. Now, that guy who dated, sorry, that guy that was married to the black woman that was in the couple. Was it no, it wasn't the McBrooms. Was it them? I can't remember. But the guy that was in the marriage with the woman is now dating Puff Daddy's baby mama. Okay. Now, I'm not here to spit rumors. I'm here to just let you know, nigga, that even at that level, okay, so he somewhat does well for himself, somewhat successful. He's getting Puff Daddy's baby mama. Like, even at that level, bro. Let's just say, I don't even know what to tell y'all, bro. Like, it's cold out here, bro. It is cold even at the upper levels. Even ecclesiastical church, y'all all getting motherfucking secondhand pussy. Y'all getting secondhand pussy across the board. You're not getting no new fresh pussy out here, especially you broke niggas. Nobody's getting none. And even if you think you're getting some, I'm here to tell you, she ain't told you to have. she ain't told you to have. Let me see if I can pull this couple up real quick. Diddy's baby mama, new boyfriend. Her name is Dana Tran. She's a Ling Ling. She's dating Desmond Scott. All right, so let's pull up Desmond Scott. Let's pull up the article here. Let me see here. Where is it at? Let's pull it up. Okay, so this is the couple here. Pull this up. So the guy's name is Desmond Scott. He was part of a couple content creator, and he was out dating other women, and I guess he cheated. I don't remember the whole story. I covered it. But now he's apparently linked to Diddy's baby mama. So imagine you're at this level of wherever the game is financially. And then, I mean, she's not bad looking. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like, you got to be with her and be like, oh yeah, my baby daddy is Puff Daddy. Oh my Lord Jesus. I mean, none of y'all getting no fresh poon, especially if they out here waiting until 30. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm hearing some wild shit out here, bro. I'm hearing some wild shit these women saying out here, inviting a sugar daddy to the wedding. Oh my Lord. Like, oh Lord. Hold on to your fucking hats out here, bro. These women don't have no heart. As we tell you, pussy don't got a heart out here, man. These women don't have no heart for y'all. Shout out to y'all. Right here. G says, was in the subway the other day, and this lady was fixing sandwiches like a mofo, catering event. She was also married. You saw the ring. I was thinking, damn, I wonder if she fixes sandwiches like that for her husband. Can women only be submissive long-term to men if they paid for it? I'm not going to argue the exception to the rule here, but it's an exception to the rule that a woman's going to be total submissive to her husband, and he's a loser. Long-term. We'll hear about short-term, and I had a girl that did this. We're talking about long-term, and he's a loser. Ain't going to happen. Only the Mexicans are going to do some shit like that. All right. 2K says, thank coach. He said, you changed my perspective on life and dating. Buckle your seatbelts. If you guys want to do normie dating, go for it. Knock yourselves out, guys. If y'all want to still normie date, especially when you're young, knock yourself out. All right. Do not let me stop you from living the life you want to live. But if you guys want to go out there and normie date, and go for it. I'll be right here. Press 1 in the chat. Remember, I've been on these streets for a long time. Press 1 in the chat if you watch me at one point and you kind of fell out of favor with me, or you found the love of your life and you found you a sweetie. Press 1 in the chat if y'all niggas left and got a relationship and then came back after the relationship got destroyed. Press 1 in the chat. You already know what I'm talking about. Y'all niggas was out there. CGA ain't right. I finally found the one. I found the woman that rocked with me. I found a woman that liked me. I did this. All right, this nigga CGA a nihilist. He negative Nancy. All right, he just bitter and hurt. His wife left him. He ain't got a good perspective on this. He just mad. Press 1 in the motherfucking chat if y'all niggas went out there, went back to the plantation, got buried into some love bombing pussy, and then y'all niggas came back. All right, y'all, coach still on here. Y'all niggas tried to unsubscribe from me. Y'all niggas tried to hit me with the do not recommend. Do not recommend this nigga's videos, but y'all can't beat it because I got 18 channels. And then y'all motherfuckers came on back. All right, y'all done got y'all relationships. Some of y'all niggas came back and got 1, 2, and 3 relationships over the last 9 years. Okay, and ended up owing. All right, looking at me stupid, and I'm still here. I'm still here giving you this content, nigga. I'm still here. All right, you ain't gotta like it. All right, but like I said, bro, y'all can sit up here and act like I'm gonna be crazy and I'm making the shit up, or I'm okay. Go ahead. All right, go ahead and find you the girl. Go on. I want you to find her. I want you to find her, bro. Go get her, nigga. Go get her. Prove me wrong. I mean, remember, you got to prove me wrong over a long term. I don't want to hear about no short term. I had girls this and I built businesses with girls. And okay, we talking about some, and I almost fucked this girl one time and I got a girl's number and I got a girl's number once and I fucked her on the first date. Yeah, bro, that's high school shit to me. We're talking about long term. You got to beat CGA's. You got to beat CGA with a long term relationship. Successful long-term relationship. We got Cash App notifications. Oh man, did it mess up? God, oh no, it didn't. Shout out to Ian Williams, says, glad you're back. Salute to Hollywood CGA. Shout out to you, man. We got the Hollywood out here. New World Order style from Ian Williams. Let's get it to him. Okay. Where is it at?
You World Order.
And I got girls I can get for free. By the time you get a free piece of pussy out here, I will have had 10 women. 10. And most of them double and triple times. All day long. I do this and all I had to do was that. By the time y'all niggas start caking and cuddling and trying to get bitch to 1 date, 2 date, 3 dates, trying to get her here and trying to get her in bed. And by the time you niggas get out of her bed one time, I will have 10 women. And I'm not trying to say that that's a good thing. What I'm saying is I already done got the cheat code. Sitting up there talking about that fat bitch likes me. She likes me. Okay, nice. All right. I guarantee you I would already had 10 by the time you get one. Without a doubt. By the time you find a woman that likes you, I will be down 30 women. 30 women. They get in 30 different countries. 30 women in 30 different countries. By the time you find one woman to like you. So I don't know what y'all trying to prove. Like, what are you trying to prove at this point? All right. I found a woman that really likes me. All right. Yeah. By the time you find that, I will have been clapped up your girlfriend at that point. You will be texting me talking about, hey, coach, I think I met one of your JUCOs. You probably did. Don't fall in love with that schizoid. She's a good girl, though. We have no government name. It's funny seeing married guys on vacation looking stressed out and annoyed with their wife. He says, I would feel bad for them, but they chose to give up their freedom to be a pet wallet for genuine burning desire. I saw a married beta Brad crash out on his annoying Kaylee wife and walk out. Hashtag the shield. Now, again, no government name. You're going to say something that people are going to act like doesn't happen. But I see all the time married people not looking happy when they're on vacation, arguing at the airport, getting frustrated. I mean, they're not thinking, oh, this is just wonderful and we're in love, especially if they have children around. And I want you to realize, when you tell me something's free, when you talk about vacations, this happened to me. I had my Wasabi Ling here and we were leaving the room. I was taking her to the airport. We were leaving the room and she looked at this couple, because we could hear some kids running up and down the hall, going back and forth. And once we went in the hall, she realized that this family had 2 rooms. 2 rooms. Now, when y'all tell me like and love is free, this is what I tell you. You're fucking insane. Because do you plan on taking your family to a vacation? So she looked at it and she saw the kid and the dad go from room to room, across the hotel, across the floor. And she was like, why do they have 2 rooms? I was like, we have the same room that they have. Just so I can show you here. For you people that don't realize, I'm trying to teach y'all something. Okay. So this is the room I got. Okay. This is the room I got. And I'm on a high floor. I'm in like one of the nicer rooms here, other than like a suite. I don't have a suite. I'm on a high floor. We're up here in the nice fucking rooms. So she was like, why do they have 2 rooms? I was like, they probably have 2 kids. And they're married. They want to fuck. Like, they don't want 2 kids in a cot, or they would have to have a suite. So I'm like, many times families rent out 2 rooms at a hotel. Now, some of y'all Red Roof Inn niggas don't realize this. But yes, wealthy families and shit like this, people have wives, and you want to fuck your wife on vacation? Yeah, you're gonna have to have a separate room. You're not gonna have to. You got young kids that are 8 and 10 and 12, and they're sleeping. You're not getting no marital pussy. Yeah, they sleeping on the floor. So what I'm trying to tell you is, you're telling me love and doesn't require finance. Are you gonna take your family on vacation, nigga? You guys are gonna. This is not free. This is not free. Relationships are not free. So when I travel by myself to rent hotel rooms at this level and then take flights at this level, this is thousands of dollars for me. For just me. We're talking about $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 for me. Now watch this. What if it's a family, a wife and kids? You're talking about 40 grand, nigga. And you're telling me love and relationships and sex is free? You guys are out of your fucking minds when you think that this is your argument. That's why when you argue that with me, I find it comical. You're out of your fucking mind. It's not free. Oh, she only with you for the money. Bruh, what do you think the motherfucking marriage is at that point? Are you crazy? Because if you don't take your family on vacation ever, guess what? You're getting a divorce over money. Stop the bullshit. Your wife is going to be like, okay, this is it. Nah, I can't deal with this. She got standards too. She got standards too. So don't ever try to make that, oh, I got a woman that really likes me. Oh, at some particular point, you're going to marry her or go on a date or vacation, something. It ain't free. It ain't free.
New world order.
So it's when people don't know and they try to put the story together, I'm like, man, y'all have no fucking clue of what you're talking about at all. Men are in love, women are in business. Man, marriage is a business deal. Your wife is a pseudo prostitute. That's what she is, dude. And you lucky, nigga, that she might fuck you on vacation. Some of these women don't even fuck their husbands on vacation, even if you get a separate room. Okay, so when my Wasabi Ling saw that, she was like, I don't understand why they have 2 different rooms. I was like, again, people don't know. They don't know what they don't know. But once you experience it and get into it, I'm trying to warn you, the shit adds up really quickly. So a vacation for a family of 4, these people got to eat, go to excursions. You got to keep them occupied. Oh my God. It's like, get ready for this shit, bro. And then you got to get along with each other. And then they watching me go up and down the boulevard with 5 different women on 5 different days. You think the husband ain't looking at me and the wife looking at the husband and the husband looking at me? He talking about, oh, he just a trick. Poor guy has to pay for pussy. You think that's what the husband thinking? Or the husband thinking that he can hear me from the next room and this Wasabi Ling is screaming that her pussy is broken? What do you think they're thinking? Poor guy, he's lonely, he has to pay for pussy. You think that's what they're saying? While I bring the next young piece of ass through the hotel lobby while they're standing there waiting for their fucking Uber, pushing a stroller. Do you think they're literally going, this guy's poor life? I wish that guy has an empty life. Nah, they probably thinking this nigga got the life I want to fucking have. And his wife said, you better not even think about it. Why he gotta stay by the pool with his wife in that motherfucking mom 1-piece swimsuit. I got a bitch out here chop 22-year-old woman at the swimming pool. He out here with a 40-year-old mama that done pushed out 3 babies. Y'all out here crazy than the motherfucker, boy. I tell you. All right. Deal with it. Okay, holy mackerel. How far am I back? Let me see here. Shout out to Cancer Email. Says, finally retired, only 38. So, of course, I'll continue to work, but no longer working on those airplanes. Son's mom and daughter are not happy. They still have full-time jobs. I said, let's sell the house. Peace, quiet, and freedom. Now, one mother took my daughter yesterday. Shaking my head, they mad. Okay, so yeah, people mad. Misery loves company. And he says, complete life reset. They can't threaten my job. What job? I'm retired. Can't threaten my home. What home? I'm selling it. Threaten my kids? Yeah, but they would do it anyway. And coach is the truth. 2 children, 2 women, no marriage, but it went down 100% like the marriage will. All right, live, keep living. Big boss man getting married young isn't the issue. What's important is that couples or families is in business and not depending on each other. Shout out to you for that one. Donnie Yee says United, Delta, American, and other airlines have been revamping cabins and adding higher cost seating because premium revenue growth is outpacing standard coach seats. You better boss up. Okay, cold world, man. Yeah, man, they're not making lives for normies very easy. Getting priced out. Gary says, no money, the best money. Ecclesiastically, ring the bell. Shout out to you. Iron Monkey. We got a couple more before the main event. Iron Monkey. Shout out to you. YouTube Trash Talker Facts Coach. I just did 15 in the military. He says sleeping in a bag in tent outside in 15-degree weather. 4:30 a.m. wake up call. No time for nothing. Just focus on the grind. Shout out to you, man. Good Lord. All right. Living a life. Black Boss. Shout out to you. No government name says facts. As someone who was served, you are 100% spot on. We don't care about feelings or morality, especially our own. We just care about completing the mission. Live another day and keep our opinions to ourselves until we finish our enlistment if we survive. If CGA is at your wedding, run. All right, yes, indeed. If your wife introduces me at your wedding, run. But shout out to you. When you're in the military, you don't have time to think about the politics of things. You don't have the time to think about it. I just don't. And if you do, you're going to get what do they call it? AWOL. You out there doing work. All right, you practicing motherfucking, you're practicing missions and shit like that. L Boog says 2 things, CGA. I'm perplexed that men who cry for traditional marriage and family, yet they have done zero financial family planning because they think it's free. Like, and you can't do family financial planning when you think love and relationships are free. Love and relationships are free. No, it's not. And they don't do any prep work. Then they end up astonished when their wife goes to motherfucking Sephora. Okay. They end up astonished when they get a grocery bill. Men are not prepared for relationships at all. I don't know what prepared these men for relationships. What these men want is for women to take and settle for less just for their own benefit, for his own benefit. Okay. And a lot of this red pill shit has become Captain Save a Hoe. Y'all want to save every one of these goddamn hoes. Y'all want to save the hoes that I'm fucking. Sorry. Y'all want me to feel bad about the hoes I'm fucking because you ain't getting no pussy. Like, what happened to men out here? Like, let these hoes be my hoes, bro. I don't give a why you care. Because she getting some bird seed and she getting some gas money. Nigga, who cares? All right, but y'all, man, oh, well, you got to. Well, who gives a fuck? Like, bro, who gives a fuck, man? Y'all ain't saving these motherfucking women. Y'all not saving them, bro. They ain't listening to you. Red pill dudes literally are the biggest Captain Saver holes in the history of humanity. Y'all criticize everybody. All right, y'all try to save holes from every goddamn thing. And ladies, we love hoes around here. So I don't give a fuck what y'all hoes do. But y'all ain't gonna look, saving these bitches from OnlyFans ain't gonna get you to fuck them at all. L Boogie also says, since these red pillars don't give you credit, he says, would you like to see non-influencers promote the free agent lifestyle through TikTok, IG, and YouTube? Stay safe traveling. That'd be good because, it's a brand. So it's kind of like Passport Bro. People will likely put Passport Bro because it's not attached to an individual. So they're able to say it. It's a group. Well, when you say free agent lifestyle, it's attached to me. And of course, some people don't like to give people credit. So that's why people don't really tag free agent lifestyle because it directly goes back to me. whereas passport bros or something like that goes to a collective. All right, and people will be more than likely to do that. They'll be overwhelmingly happy to do it. It happens. All right, anyway, let's do the main event. Let's do the main event. All right, let's see here. We don't need no intro. All right, we don't need no damn intro, no sneaking intro. All right, the main event here is we're at the point of no return, and we kind of been highlighting this with, some things that I've been preaching over the last 5 to 10 years about where things are going, the direction things are going, and I've been right. The men that are sitting here today that are part of what you would call the male space or the manosphere, most of these men are literally trying to negotiate with what I call the modern women or the agenda. There's no gender wars, there's an agenda war. People have even included me as a part of the New World Order. The agenda. Man, my agenda is self-preservation. And I'm saying this is the outlook on things. This is more likely to happen. This is statistically going to happen. Even if you engage in a relationship, this is going to happen. So you better be ready for this and at least know it. Then I said it's probably better for you to get leverage so you can see relationships from a perspective of less need and more what you're going to come up with. What is the outcome? What is your desired outcome? Your desired outcome is this. You're less likely to achieve it. Most men are just basically going to be utilities or useful to that woman. Okay, no matter what the relationship is, you're just going to be a utility or useful for them. And when you agree to be in a relationship with them, 9.5 times out of 10, it's going to be how she sees the relationship. This is the direction she sees it on. She's not going to be listening to you. You tell her what to do and how you're going to control her. Most women aren't prepared for that. If you do find a woman that's prepared for that, let me just tell you, she's either probably married or she's older, which again, doesn't help me out any. Most women that you see doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, I actually discovered 2 other women that are out here doing what I call red pill men's content. Most of them have boyfriends or husbands and or they're older. All right, there was a woman that I featured talking about masculinity, and she just disclosed that she had a husband. And I was like, yeah, of course. All right, so she's not on the market for you. She's not somebody that thinks your way and that you can get her. She's already gotten. Then there was another woman that was a white woman, and she be in the car doing the car videos. She ended up disclosing she got a nigga boyfriend or a nigga husband or a nigga baby daddy. And I'm like, there you go. It's always the case. So you're always looking for the exception to the rule woman who gets it. She's either going to be old, already married, or in a relationship with a guy. She's never going to be just single. So she's getting this advice from somewhere. You will probably say that the man introduced her to that content and she just took it from there. More than likely. So this is where I'm trying to say that, guys, where you really want to see this impact is women between the ages of 18 and 30 understanding it. You're rarely ever going to see it. You're going to see women 30 to 50 probably get it and then put the message out, but she'll probably already have a husband or a baby already or a boyfriend or she already 52 years old. Right? She already 52 years old. Let's see here. So with that being said, I preach this philosophy with great precision and thoroughness. This is not just stuff that I pick out. There's things that I have that are foundational for you to understand. What I'm telling you is, from the days where I used to date as a person in his 20s, this was the 1980s, the 1990s, I'm not that old. What was available for us and what was available for women it's almost completely different than what's available for women and us today. Some people don't realize this, but this is the case. So, but what I hear is a lot of people saying we need to go back to men and women. We need to go back to this time. Unfortunately, we cannot go back to it because we're at the point of no return in the moment of truth. This is a foundational belief system that I believe and preach to get you back on track to understand there's a foundation behind this philosophy. When I say we're at the point of no return in the moment of truth, is this takes something back from Tex Winter, who is a basketball coach. He was an assistant coach for a long time for the Chicago Bulls and the Los Angeles Lakers. He was Phil Jackson's offensive mastermind. And he also had some great weapons in his offense to be able to use the triangle offense. And the triangle offense, which I studied and actually had one of my teams run it, people get confused and they talk about how complicated it is. It's not as complicated as it is rigid. All right. And that's what really fools people, is that the rigidness of it doesn't match up with today's modern basketball. It makes people robots. And it is effective if you have the right people. It's ineffective if you don't have the right people, because then they can become robotic and they depend on the system well more than they depend on their individual talents. And then it becomes complicated because you can just easily scrap it and give them something easier to run that has more continuity or less continuity, but it's easy, like pick and roll, 2-man, all right, high low, dribble drive, spread offense. I mean, you could give people something similar and just depend on luck as opposed to depend on a rigid system. Well, in that philosophy of the triangle offense, they had something called the point of no return and the moment of truth. The point of no return and the moment of truth. What happens is when you enter into the offense, once you start the offense cannot be nonstop. You can't not stop the offense. Okay? You cannot stop the offense. And by the way, if you don't have the right weapons, you're going to lose a lot of games. Okay? So when you start the offense engages and the movement starts, and it only changes once the next pass is made. So that means once you start with that pass, that is the point of no return. I start the pass there, that's the point of no return. I cannot push the ball back over there to restart the offense. The offense is now going. The only way I don't start the offense is I don't make that initial pass, which means I started going that direction. I can go the other direction with it, and it starts that way. So once you start it, you cannot unstart it. Same as the 1990s, you cannot take what we've gained in terms of social, political, financial, or historical perspective. You cannot undo all of that to go back to dating in the 90s. We've already started. We made the first pass. We're in the point of no return. It also says this is the moment of truth. The moment of truth is the intersection between the point of no return. So if the moment of truth is what I understand is real, the defense is playing this way. The defense is denying the pass to this one because they know you're going to pass it there. They know you're going to pass it there. So what happens? The moment of truth says, if I can't pass it there or there, I have to pass it here because I have understanding. The defense is playing this way. So now I have options. So I have to flash this person up, pass to them. I can make a backdoor cut. That's the moment of truth. Once you have information, it now dictates the direction you're going. You now have the point of no return and the moment of truth. That intersection by itself means that you cannot return backwards. You can't go back based on the information you have. You have to go forward. You can't go back by once you put the ball into play. The ball's into play, we got to move accordingly. That's what we have from 1950 to 1970 to 1990 to actually 2010, dating apps all the way to 2026. We're now in it. That's why I'm going to bet every time we ain't going backwards. Tradition ain't return. You can't just return. You can't just stop. You can't just kick the ball back up top and restart it. You can't say, oh, you know what? What I should have done was, if the defense played it that way, I should have just passed to him and it would have been a backdoor pass. Instead, I passed it to the defense hand, denying it. They stole it. Now they're going the other way. Layup. I made a dumb pass. I can't start that possession over. I have to go back to the next possession. When you have information, when you have the ball in play, we're living it every day. You cannot just go backwards. We're at the point of no return in the moment of truth. We have all the information in front of us. We have how the defense is playing us. We have how the women are playing it. We're seeing their lives live it out. We're seeing them doing what they're doing. We're seeing the exception to the rule. Okay, the exception to the rule, every now and then, the defense will be dumb and they'll lay down and I'll get a layup. All right. That's the exception to the rule. I can't depend on the defense playing dumb every possession. If I depend on the defense playing dumb every possession, I'm going to be shocked when the defense now adjusts to how the offense is. Now I have to know how to adjust my offense. So since we know moment of truth, since we now have the ball in play, point of no return, we have to play it with what we have. We have to play with it with what we have. We can't go back to pimping in 1970. Can't go back to that. We have to make an adjustment. But I say you have to adapt or you perish. You have to adapt to the current marketplace or you're going to perish. You can't argue them back. You can't debate them back. You can't tell them to be submissive when you're broke. Those things don't matter anymore. You can't tell me what you used to do in 1997, in 2010, anything before dating apps, and whatever that formula you had before dating apps is it's inconsequential today. Let's say you were successful in dating before dating apps. Then you got married. You're out of the game. There's some things that work. Most things don't. And if the thing that you say works, well, let me see your receipts. Oh, you married a single mother. Well, I can't tell you what's going on. What I'm telling you is I'm a guy that's been single since age 36. I'm now 50. I got 14 years. I actually was single at the start of the dating app revolution. Some of y'all weren't single during dating app revolution. I was single the whole time. I was fucking and fornicating. I was hooking up. I was a part of it as a divorcee. I separated from my wife at 2012. So I'm in it. I'm in it at the advent of Instagram. I'm in it when Tinder comes out. I'm in it when Bumble hits the scene. I'm in it when Hinge hits the scene. I'm single the whole time. I'm watching what these women are doing. I'm participating in what these women are doing. I'm watching them doing it. I'm hooking up. I'm getting free pussy. I'm doing all of that. Banging 4s and 5s and 7s here, an occasional 8. I'm watching it. I'm going, man, this shit ain't never going back. Because you can't undo it. We're at the moment of truth. What women have seen in the world, they cannot undo. They can't bring in true feelings and relationships after they've been getting banged out and throttled out for the past 14 years. They can't do it. It's the moment of truth. They're at the point of no return. They can't return that. They can't return back to virgins and they can't. So when I'm looking at it, I was also single before 2004. Okay. So that led up to what? I was 26, 27, 28 when I got married. So I lived single life in my 20s, almost to the end of my 20s. Then I was back out there mid 30s to 50. So I'm in the field. Trust me, I've done seen what these women are out here doing. They're out here wilding. Even to the point now we have the monetized dating, sugaring, which people think these are prostitutes. These are your regular average girls. These are not what you're saying they are. They're not. They're your regular average girl. They just see this as whatever. And guess what? These are your future wives. These women are telling me that they want me to come to their wedding one day. And I'm just like, we're at the point of no return. So what is the data telling us? What is the data telling us? Let's start with the first one, the point of no return. The point of no return. Okay. We have over 20 million single women now own homes, a new U.S. record. We're not going backwards. Okay. We're not going backwards. Sorry, guys. More women are owning homes while they're single, meaning that this could be divorces and all of this shit. But let's look at the comment section. This is not just divorce. Women are buying their own homes prior to marriage. And it says right here, experts say today's single female homeowners are diverse, often including older divorced women or widows with families. Rising education levels and incomes have also helped boost buying power allowing more women to invest in home ownership. Single women now make up a significant share of home buyers. Now, I'm not saying this is a negative, but what I'm saying is, okay, what I'm saying is this trend will continue because you see right here, closing on mine, March 23rd, 2026. This one says, long story short, we ain't waiting on men anymore. This woman said, just purchase mine. She looks older woman. We're prioritizing themselves. Bought my house in 2014. Love my space. A man could never live with me. I'm sorry. I want my husband in my house. Y'all enjoy. I'm proud of this group. No divorce, no child support because my dad's father pays her necessities directly. Okay. But never been married homeowner. I'm a realtor. What this means is economically, and remember, economics is going to dictate the nature of relationships. People keep trying to remove it from it, and that's mainly broke niggas. Broke niggas are mad that economics are going to play a part, but economics have always played a part in relationships and marriage. If women are coming into it, or at least at an advanced age, divorced, older, whatever, if they're coming in with their own properties or a dream of having their own properties before meeting you, the likelihood of you having anything traditional is dead on arrival. Just on face value, it's dead. You ain't getting it. There's no way. Number one, she's going to work for that home. So she's going to have, there's no traditional nothing that she's going to do. She ain't cooking and cleaning the goddamn thing. All right. That's number one. Number two, the likelihood that she lets you move in, maybe here and there on onesie twosies. But we also know that if she allows you to move in, and if she does have you pay some rent, which more than likely she will make sure you pay rent to her, but she will use that money to pay down her mortgage, and she will get a double win on your goofy ass, and you're going to take a L. So that's going to be an L for you giving any money to her because you're contributing to her paying her mortgage down and you're getting no credit for it. Now, the next part of it is the fact that if you think you're going to live off of her and be a bum, it doesn't suit her economically. She's going to look at that and say, what am I doing? It doesn't make any sense. So it just doesn't look like there's going to be anything traditional going on when these women are with their own dreams of having their own homes. It is what it is. And yeah, they're going to kick you the fuck fresh out of there. They got the leverage. They're going to kick you the fuck out of there. Don't give me the exception to the rule. Well, these women get bum niggas to live up. That is the exception to the rule somewhere in Washington, D.C. or St. Louis. Okay. I'm just telling you. That's not going to be good for traditional relationships. You're getting a partnership and you're coming in cupped. Partnership. 50-50 at best. Why would a woman buy her own home and then want you to come in there doing less than that? So that's number one. That's the number one. The writing's on the wall here. And a lot of women they're celebrating this as their own personal way to freedom. You know, that's what I see. And then you're going to go in there and tell her what curtains to put up. This don't, she's going to have your ass in the corner somewhere. All right. Anyway, let's go to the next one here. Let's go to the next one here. This is going to be 1980. Remember, I was born in 1975. And, going back to that home ownership, what you will find is that men live their life through women so much so that they will say, well, I don't need a house if I don't have a woman. Where women don't think that. They'll think, I'll still buy a house even though I don't have a man. So you see how that works. But look at this next bit of information here, just to look at the numbers. We're not going back. We're at the point of no return. In 1980, according to this particular piece of information, 85% of women were married by age 30. Today, it's only 46% by age 30. Now, we've done a show on this and showed you this data. We showed you that the numbers were different each time they showed us this. But that's not the point. We don't need the exact number. But what we can tell you is that marriage is way less of an option today for men and women, but particularly men, than it was 40 years ago. And we can realize that this is almost 50 years ago. I know it's hard to believe, right? But this is almost 50 years ago. If you think that in 4 years, it'll be the year 2030. All right. So, but here you see here that marriage was more likely going to be something you're going to engage in, whereas today you're half as likely to get engaged in it. And even when you engage in it, what type of relationship is it? Is it traditional 50-50? What is it? Now watch this. Okay, marriage patterns have shifted dramatically over the past few decades. That's all I've been saying, guys. I haven't been saying that, people think that it's like this whole idea of me just trying to make you do something that the world wants you to do, and I'm trying to talk you out of it. But what I'm telling you is follow the patterns, adapt or perish. Yesterday's prices ain't today's prices. Marriage patterns have shifted dramatically over the past few decades. You cannot deny that. All right. It says right here, most women were married by age 30 in 1980, reflecting early average age marriages and stronger social expectations around settling down younger. Today, far fewer women marry before 30, as people pursue education, careers, and financial stability before committing to marriage. All right, this is what we see. We know this. But let's take a look. Comment section. Smart women. The women aren't saying, you know what, society's over, we're doomed. Smart women. Well, we couldn't have bank accounts until 1974. So some of that, that about sums it up. This one says we're not settling anymore. This one says good, we choose peace. This one says facts, girls at that time were not aware of basic baddie things. We're smarter now. By tomorrow, only 15%. What about men? Thank God this is an advance in our society. And it says 46%. Why so many? Still too high. Okay, so this is what the women are saying. Proud of y'all ladies. Proud of the ladies. Just take a look. And some of these women are single, miserable misers, man-hating women. But I'm telling you, this is what you have to be up against. Even if, let's just say, these women were real in the comment section. These are women you're dating. These are women that you're going to possibly date. Cold approach, date, meet at a bar. And then deep inside the moment of truth, they're feminists. They really don't like you like that. You might think they like you. They don't like you like that. A lot of them have deep down resentment, penis envy related to men. You will never know it. Just like you will never know she fucked 2 famous rappers and you married her. She's never going to tell you that. She's going to bat her eyelashes and get what she wants. By the time she ties your ass down, it's too late. He said, but they still having sex too. Y'all hate women and y'all still fuck them. I don't understand why you think women can't fuck you and not like you. Y'all hate women all day long, but get what? If a one woman come out here and cock her ass up, y'all will be out here inserting in the key into the ignition and busting splendiferous nuts. As much as y'all talk shit about women, one woman cock her legs open, y'all gonna be fucking her too. So I don't see why do y'all see women so differently? Women are not that different. They can hate fuck you. They hate fuck you all the time. Right? Everybody got sexual needs. She ain't gotta like you to fuck. Women will fuck you down and dirty for $200, nigga. I'm in a need. So why do you think it's they out here having sex though? Yeah, of course they are. They gotta bust nuts. All right. Anyway. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of man hating going on here. All right. From the women's side, they're really in a position to lethally get you niggas on the man hating. Last one here. And it's going to be let's see here. The point of no return. US, and these are all not new information. This is information I've been pulling out of the data since 2019 and 2020 doing live streams. Now, this is just them re-highlighting it. Again, the normie world catches up way far too late than I do. All right. They're catching up to me way too late. I was a little bit ahead of my time, and men like me, Tommy Sotomayor, we were all ahead of our time telling you this information, so much so that I find it redundant to even talk about. But people tend to want to talk about it, right? And they tend to, because normies are just catching up with reality. All right. And I'm like, shit, I've been on this. I'd have been done told y'all. Free agent lifestyle for fucking life. U.S. birth rate hits record low as 52% of women aged 20 to 39 are childless. All right, we know that this data has already been out there and going to be told about this. I don't know if you guys realize that the year that they talk about this going to be in reality, we've already eclipsed the year that they assumed that this was going to happen. They said 2032. We've already eclipsed that. We've already surpassed that. Okay, so anybody reporting, oh, there's a new article saying, and the article's 2 years old. There's an article saying 52% of women are going to be single and childless by 2032. Well, we already passed that. It's already past it. So that's why it's kind of newer conversation to talk about. But press 1 in the chat if you remember me saying that we cannot rehab this issue, nor do women see it as a need to rehab it. So it says U.S. birth rates have fallen to a record low, reflecting a major shift. There it is again, major shift in how and when Americans are starting families. Well, what are we supposed to do, coach? You got to give us hope. There is no hope. Nigga, hope is not a strategy. Recent data shows that more than half of women believe, or between the age of 20 and 39, have yet to have children. A statistic that highlights changing social, economic, and cultural priorities. What do I say? Economic, social, cultural. It's always going to be there. Despite the fact that you might get lucky here and there, 1, 2 Z's here and there, it's always going to boil down to economics. The economics ain't right. Well, it's free out here. Dating and relationships and sex should be free. Apparently it's not. I mean, the data just shows us that, and it's never really free once you get into a relationship. There's a cost. All men pay, and society pays as a result of that. You keep fucking around with free women and knocking them up. Guess what? Society makes somebody pay the bill. Welfare, social programming, whatever this is, somebody gonna pay for it. Somebody gonna pay for it. While this figure might sound alarming at first glance, it doesn't necessarily mean fewer women will have children overall. Instead, it points to a clear trend. People are waiting longer. All right, so what does that mean for you? Okay, let's just say we're going to take that as the truth. And yes, it is true. More women are being encouraged to have kids, 30, 35, 40, 40, even mid-40s. Some women are saying that they've had their first kid at mid-40s and it's okay, they're a better parent. I told you about this trend. I said this trend is going to be what it is. So if you marry a young, older woman who doesn't have kids, guess what? In vitro fertilization. I did a stream on that. Be prepared to pay $90,000 for several rounds of in vitro fertilization, up to $250,000 if it's a white woman. All right, if it's an Asian woman, get ready to pay in vitro fertilization. Those two demographic of Americans tend to not have babies very easily, right? Namely because the way they're built. They're not built for breeding the way, well, I can't say it on YouTube, the way Latinas and African-American women are built for breeding. All right, but them fucking white women and Asian women, they have difficulty late age pregnancies, which you're going to get some IVF. IVF's going to be a guarantee, aka it's going to cost you money. Then let's think about this. Let's think about them. It says right here, it points to a clear trend. People are waiting longer. Okay, so with that being said, that means you're getting reformed whores. Now you're marrying them. I ain't marrying them. I'm just freaking them. So you mad at me for freaking them. I'm just having fun with them women and showing up to their wedding when they're 37. All right. And he's like, oh, this is my friend. All right. He gave us a great gift. And I'm like, have fun with her. Because I sure had fun with her the last 10 years. And many other guys done had fun with her. So let's go back. That church pastor that said, my wife was promiscuous, but I was a virgin. We're seeing that trend. So y'all gonna be marrying leftovers if y'all want to get traditionally married. Because these women ain't 18 to 35. They ain't getting married. Not at a high rate. This is across the board. Don't tell me what's going on in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Boise, Idaho. And somebody said right here, this is more cultural. Yeah. So third worlders are breeding. Yeah. Third worlders are fucking, but we're not in the third world. Well, I am, right? But you're in America. You're in the United States of America. What they're doing in Cambodia matters nothing to you. It don't have no impact over you. Sorry, let me take a drink. You're in America. So if you're a middle class person and above, guess what you're going to be doing? Now, if you're a broke ninja, y'all going to be having kids up the yin yang out of wedlock. Right. Let's get back to this room real quick and show you a couple more slides. And it says, over the past few decades, the average age of first-time mothers have steadily increased, with more women choosing to focus on education, careers, financial stability, and personal goals before a family. Yacht. Now, we know that's to be true. I've been saying that for a long time. Wrote a book about it called The Evolution. Like, that's what they're doing. They're not worried about you niggas. They ain't worried about y'all. Economic factors. CGA again. All over this. Economic factors play a major role. But it's free, coach. Relationships are free. Sex is free. Having babies is free. Families are free. Love is free. Nope. It says economic factors play a major role. Of course it does. Because rising housing costs, student debt, childcare expenses. Yes, if you have kids, they're going to be in daycare. Somebody got to take care of them when both of y'all are working. General cost of living has made raising children more financially challenging than in previous generations. At the same time, shifting cultural norms, point of no return, has made it more acceptable to delay or even opt out of parenthood altogether. Also important to distinguish between childless and child-free. People are going to say that. Most data simply tracks whether someone hasn't had children yet, not whether they plan on having children in the future. Many women in their 20s and early 30s who are currently childless will go on to have children later in life. I'm going to ask you guys, is it your goal? Let's take the economics off the table for a second. Is it your goal to have a marriage for 20 years and not have kids? So you married her at 20. She don't want to have kids until 40. Is it your goal? No, it's not going to be. Neither is it their goal. What the women are going to do is fuck who they want to fuck and play around and do what they want and dilly-dally and start careers and try to be CEOs. And then at the last-ditch effort, claim your goofy ass. You have less experience sexually than them. That is the trend. Even in the church, they're saying that's the trend. And guess what? You're going to be ecclesiastically married to this skeezer. All right. And then you're going to give her a kid, last-ditch effort, Hail Mary, buzzer beater, egg freezer. All right, that's what they're saying the trend is. Most men, that's not what they're looking for. Still, the long-term implications are significant. A sustained drop in childbirth can impact the workforce, economic growth, and social systems like Social Security. As a result, policymakers and economists are paying close attention to this trend. Well, I think we're cooked. So there's going to have to be another solution, and they're actually looking at it. Ultimately, the record low birth rate isn't just about fewer babies. It reflects a broader shift in how people are approaching life, work, and family in modern America. America, by the way, this is exclusively an American situation. So yeah, this is where we are. This is why I say we're at the point of no return when it comes to this. Again, you could debate. You could debate who you want on this one, men or women. You could debate me. I mean, the evidence is here. I've been right on track with this entire thing. And there's no debating. That's why I don't participate in debates. I'm like, what am I debating? You're debating like a principle or a moral stance, and I'm debating facts. I'm debating, okay, yeah, well, we're going this way. So I don't care what you believe women and men should do, what I should do, and what men should dating. I don't care. Like, that means nothing to me. I was invited by a major media outlet to come on a show to debate. I'm like, bro, I'm not interested in that shit. Like, because I'm going to say what it is and you're going to say how it should be. And now we're sitting here going back and forth. I'm like, yeah, well, that's nice, but this is how it is. And this is where it's going to be in 5 years. Now I'm going to sound like a crazy guy. I'm going to sound like Doc Brown in motherfucking Back to the Future. I'm going to sound like a crazy guy. Oh man, this guy don't have no hope. He sounds like a nihilist. What are we going to do? We're going to just deal with debauchery? And I'm going to be like, yeah, we're going to deal with debauchery. We're going to deal with women fucking getting their brains fucked out of them in hotel rooms. That's what we're going to do. We're going to deal with them being city girls. We're going to deal with them being in and out of relationships for 20 years. By the time they settle down in front of your goofy ass, you're going to deal with them being former prostitutes and OnlyFans girls and sugar babies. Yes, that's what we're going to do. So I don't know what to tell you. Well, we need to stop it. You got the wrong person. We need to criticize them. We need to bring back shame. See, these are all old talking points that ain't going to do a goddamn thing. It ain't going to move the needle. It ain't going to do shit. So I'm not going to sit there and debate you on this goofy shit. I'm going to just tell you where we're going. And the data is proving everything that I'm telling you. So you better be prepared for it. You better be prepared for it, or look to have the exception to the rule come into play. Yeah, then they're going to say religion. Then they don't want me to argue against the religion. Then they're going to get mad about their whole situation. Like, yo, don't bring up religion with me, because again, how can I argue and debate religion? Now I'm debating Bible and if I believe in a sky daddy. Like, again, like, I'm just dealing with reality. Then you're going to tell me, you know, a couple that's married and they're 25 and they have a family. Okay, nigga, I didn't say that there's no people doing this that are 25. I'm not saying you can't find people that are doing this. What I'm telling you is, based on the numbers, based on the trend, the economics, we're going that way. Whether you like it or motherfucking not. Anyway, let me do these super chats. That was the main event. It's 2 a.m. here. I got to be up at the airport at 8 a.m. So I'm going to get about 4 hours of sleep, roughly. Mathematically, Larry C., check the math on that one. The red pill niggas trying to save these hoes. Incels taking over the red pill. It's just a disaster. Niggas trying to bring back dating. Oh, man. It's a sad time, man. Just enjoy your time. If they're telling you as a man, you got to wait for these women to make a decision about having families until their late 30s. Late 30s, nigga. Really? Oh, man. That's cold-blooded. That's the best offer they're giving you. Well, by my late 30s, maybe. I'll think about it. Or shout out to Cancer Email, says, Coach didn't lie. My son's parents actually apologized and still took me to family court. She lost. And my daughter's parent was on camera in court. No apology until this day for her lies. On camera, they wouldn't tell the truth in front of the judge. If you get a house, get cameras. Trust you. Okay, goodness. Sound like you went through some bullshit. Shout out to our brother here. It is the Diddler. Says, peace, coach. Recently smashed a 38-year-old Latina. I had my absolute nasty way with her. She squirts and all. Afterwards, the 304 said without reservation, my husband doesn't even get it like that. Coach, I had no idea this bit was married. Oh, the humanity. Oh, That's another thing about culture. Cheating culture. That's the thing about cheating culture. Cheating culture, y'all think cheating is an exception to the rule. When I'm gonna tell you, man, and I can't prove it, but I'm just gonna tell you, cheating is literally the rule in relationships. You can't be the cheating in relationships. One partner is gonna cheat. And I know I'm being a nihilist. And here's the thing, ladies, you're gonna say no, and then you're gonna tell me about all your ex-boyfriends that cheated on you in the same fucking voice. All my exes cheated on me. Go figure. But you're gonna tell me it's not. Again, what should happen and what is to happen. Somebody's cheating. Could be both, but somebody's gonna fucking step out at some point. Now, are they gonna get caught? No. Are they gonna cop to it and admit to it? No. Are they gonna do a variation gray area of cheating? Yes. Women have, 50 to 75% of them have a backup plan. Like, cheating is most likely gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. That's why DNA tests. I mean, that's why we got DNA tests and shit like this. But that's just me. But again, y'all can argue that shit all up and down the board. But it's really hard for me to prove. It's hard for me to prove. But my man said he got his way with a 38-year-old Latina. And the thing about women that are older, the thing about them is that they can have sex very easily, as opposed to when they're 20 and 22. Sex seems to be something that they got to come off of, and that there's a big risk to it. So they're more likely to be like, eh. But once a woman's been married or lived with a man and they've been fucked like viciously, like crazy, or they had a boyfriend, by the time they get 38 and 40, they can fuck easy, quick. Get throttled on a lunch break, right after the gym, pull their panties to the side. They can just get it in, hike a leg up. Right? They don't give a fuck. Go back home leaking. Shout out to our brother here, Gregory Abrams says, thank you for your guidance, coach. My parents grew up in Lyons, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago in the 50s. The town was packed full of strip clubs that was run by the mob. He says, who do you think was going to those strip clubs? Married men with money. Marriage has always been awful. And people always ecclesiastically want to remember these good old days where everybody was nice and having picnics and eating hot dogs and chili dogs and motherfucking, easy life. But they don't remember the negative part, the strip clubs and the mob running strip clubs, the mob running prostitution in Chicago and New York and all of these places, LA. All right. Remember when JFK got shot? The nigga that supposedly was holding the meeting to shoot the nigga had a strip club, right, in Dallas. They don't talk about that on the seedy side of town. Okay. Then he ended up shooting Lee Harvey Oswald, a strip club owner, 1963. Does that ring a bell? He was a U too, a Y-E-W-S. He also was Jewish. I mean, I'm telling you. All right, but that was the classical time for relationships and marriages. Okay, ecclesiastically. All right, but anyway, they don't want to tell you about that shit. It was supposed to be a time where everybody was a family and happy. All right, here. Do you agree with the phrase, I like? It says use like when it comes with, I don't know what you're talking about, Nick. I tried to give you a chance. Right, here we go, right here. Shout out to our brother Don says, even in the third world, they're not really getting married so much. They just are cohabitating. He says he puts up the Colombia and it looks like the Panama flag. I might be mistaken. He says also the other day, this girl was sharing her screen with me and I saw all the madness in her phone, but yet she's an American sending her money. She has an American sending her money. Shaking my head. He said my jaw was on the floor. Don, it looks like you're in the third world or you're over there in Colombia or Panama or Brazil. I can't tell what the other flag is, but it looks Panamanian. Dude, I'm sorry, gentlemen, if you want to see what goes on with women, that phone, I know y'all don't want to check a woman's phone, but I'm telling you, check her phone, man. If you want to take a woman seriously, check her phone. I don't care where y'all at, bro. And y'all think, if you think you're the only man she talking to, sending pictures to, talking freaky sex, making false promises about a life, she telling you the life she gonna give you, she telling another nigga that same shit. She might be telling 5 niggas that same shit. And the other thing about what women, the women are getting text messages from her past exes, trying to get her back, spinning the block. You know, she might be even ignoring them, but she ain't blocking them. Think about it. Shout out to the great Black Ram 313. Is she blocking them? I had a chick tell me she was promising me all this shit. I promise to do this, daddy. I promise to do that. I can't wait till you get back to the Las Vegas. Then something came up where I found out this name. This name came up, and I was like, who is this? End up looking at them on Instagram, and I was like, sus. It was her. She said it was her ex-boyfriend, but I was like, sus. She was like, I don't even talk to him no more. Look, he texts me every day. She screenshotted it, the text messages that he sends her every day, begging to come back. I noticed you did not block this nigga. But guess what? I don't even talk to him. Bruh. I might have been born. Yes, I'm 50 years old, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun with these goddamn women, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun. I don't trust a woman as far as I can throw them. Like they always up to no good, nigga. They always up to no good. Even when they ain't trying to be up to no good. They up to no good. Where's a woman at? Where's a woman at? Not me, coach. Show me your dry ass phone. They always up to some shit, bro. You gotta, I don't want to say you gotta watch them. I'm gonna just say, man, don't trust anything they telling you, bro. They be lying they motherfucking ecclesiastical asshole. I can't trust a bitch. I'm looking for something here. Cannot trust them, bro. I don't trust them. Even when they try to show me they ain't doing some shit, I'll be like, yeah, but okay, bitch, I can't trust you. They always up to some shit. They always got some shit up their sleeve. They always got a motherfucking rabbit in the hat. They always doing some scheming, plotting, thoughting and plotting. I had a JUCO chick I used to mess with. She called it thoughting and plotting. They always thoughting and plotting. Anyway, but yeah, I ain't got time to watch a beach. All right, as soon as I see a beach acting a certain way, look, if you want to learn about my 4-tier system of how I place women, all right, they go in the 4 tiers. All right, I give them 4 options. A lady who says she want to mess with me, you're gonna go in one of these 4 options. Take your pick. Then she'll tell me where she want to be at. Now, when she tell me where she want to be at, and I'll be like, she want to be at the high level and be, I want to be about what you, I want to, okay. Then I tell her this is what she got to do. Most of them don't want to do it. They'll be like, nah, or they'll do it for a little while and then they'll stop doing it. Yep, she never delete her dating app profile. Like, if you really want to be with them, man, you really got to be blind as a fucking bat. You got to be blind as a bat if you want to be with a woman. You got to just like really have an indifference, don't care, and you got to be blind as a bat or plumb straight dumb. All right, I don't know. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to not care. Okay, whatever. She can fuck whoever she want. I don't give a fuck. She can talk to whoever she want. More than likely, if you take that approach, and this is my experience, the more likely you take the approach where you don't give a fuck what she doing, for some reason, she try to clean up her act just a little bit. Like, that's the weirdest thing about them. Everything you learn about women and everything they say they're about, it's the opposite. You would think that if you showed them that you were with other bitches, they wouldn't want you. False. They actually want you. Same thing. You would think that if you walk down the street with your girlfriend holding hands, that she wouldn't try to interfere with your ass or look you up and down or wink at you or try to get your attention. Or you would think that she would be like, oh, I honor men in relationships. Nope. That's what she's going to do the goddamn opposite. You walking down the street by yourself, bitches don't look at you. They look left and right. They act like they don't see you. As soon as you walking down the street with your girl holding hands in hands, she out here trying to give you the come hither stare and looking at your ass. Like, They do the opposite of what they preach. They don't practice what they preach. Most women will say they never cheated, but they was the other motherfucking woman to a married man at some point in their lives. But they'll tell you up and down, I don't cheat. I believe in fidelity and monogamy. But she was with a whole married nigga for years and will tell you that you can't have a other bitch when you in a relationship with her. Like, bro, they'll tell you up and down that dudes are predators for dating younger women, but they dated older men when they were younger. Whatever they say, they do the absolute damn opposite. So if you think that you got to chase them around, trust me, you chasing them around and there's a nigga not texting her that she texting every morning. Hey, daddy. Hey, honey, texting that nigga faithfully. You, on the other hand, can't get a text back in 3 to 4 hours and you texting her in the morning, Grand Rising Queen. And she like, yeah. Trust me on this one. This is more than likely going to be the case. Leave this shit alone, man. Leave the shit alone. Don't let it bother you. Be indifferent with these motherfuckers because they really some fickle human beings. This is why I don't deal with the, well, she really likes me. Man, please, you dealing with a fickle human being. She like you today. She like another nigga tomorrow. Big whoop. Here today, gone tomorrow, nigga. Yesterday's prices ain't the same prices. All right. She liked me like a motherfucker until she liked another nigga and it was gone. The truth remain, bitch was gone. 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 She was gone, nigga. She liked me like a motherfucker until I was consistent with her. And now I was convenient for her. Now she don't like me. All right. Shit. All right. Big boy said, listen, the coach took the family to Austin for 3 days. It was $1,400 on 2 rooms for 3 days, including the meals. It's time to boss up. Relationships are not free. Okay, stop that bullshit. Stop believing in that shit, bro. You guys are gonna set yourself up for failure. Relationships are not free. You get into a long-term relationship, then start having families and bills, travel, vacation. Y'all about to get y'all ass handed to you out here. Don't have an emergency. Tony Ocasio says, last night, I banged the Dominican JUCO working at a parlor. After we had sex, she showed me her wedding ring, saying she's married, doing escorting on the side. Once I saw that, CGA popped up on my head, saying ecclesiastical. He says, I'm like, my brother, it's over. I mean, I've had situations like that myself at the JUCO. That's why, man, I can't believe what y'all niggas seeing out here, because I be looking like, yo, these women be out here wilding. And most women are doing it on the side. They're not doing it like, that's why dudes are like, it's prostitute. Look, the difference between a sugar baby and a prostitute and a wife is literally a thin fucking line. But what I can tell you is a prostitute has to take whoever comes. 90% of who comes her way, she got to take it. Whereas a sugar baby she got to at least be attracted. A wife don't even have to be attracted to you, nigga. She just has to get you to propose and consider it. And then open her legs and barely even like you, nigga. But if she likes you for then, it might help, nigga. But she don't even have to be attracted to you. So it's a thin fucking line. Right? A prostitute definitely don't care what you look like or smell like half the time. All right. Sugar babies aren't like that. They kind of care about what you look like and smell like. They kind of be like, well, I'll do this, but I ain't gonna do it just to do it. A prostitute taking anything. And a wife is doing a combination of both of those. Right? Yo, but y'all ain't heard that from me. All right, don't be mad at me with that ecclesiastical shit. All right, we do have a couple of other people that I need to acknowledge. All right, what do we got here? Eric Scott Sermon with the contribution. Thank you over on the Cash App. Okay, we got our brother Sly and the Family Stone says, CGA, you are the GOAT for life. Thanks for what you do. He says, I think you have time in the future. If I have time in the future, you should do a full episode on Corey Richens' case. She's the wife you briefly covered that deleted her husband by poisoning. So many things you say every day were true in that case. That was the woman. I think I did 2 streams on her. I covered her brief conviction, but maybe I need to go back to it. And that would be a good story to cover on Crime and Law CGA. The ecclesiastical wife. She was an ecclesiastical religious wife. Shout out to Black Suburban Dad Review. I'm in Asia 3 times a year and want to try other countries, but keep finding myself back at the GOAT, aka the Philippines. Is there something wrong with me, Coach? I will say for the men who travel, don't get stuck on one country. Okay. Don't get stuck on one country, because when you do, it doesn't allow you to learn how the other system and countries work. And you can meet some wonderful women in some of these other countries where it's a little bit different and the pace is different. So I hear people saying they go to Colombia 38 times. I'm like, why? Right? Like but it's a layup. So I get it. But there's far more other countries than these other countries. That's what separates the free agent lifestyle from what people call the passport bros, is because I go to other countries. All right. Passport bros tend to always go to the same country. So when people try to draw these parallels and say it's just this, and I say, listen, I have no disrespect, but I'm in Europe. Right now, I'm not in Europe right now. I'm in Malaysia. You haven't heard one nigga talk about Malaysia, not one passport bro. You haven't heard them one time talk about Austria, Vienna, Czech Republic. You haven't. So I travel everywhere. I travel everywhere because I like all kind of women. I don't just go keep back to the same place over and over again, which is kind of, look, I have no shade on that. But like I said, the Philippines is fantastic because you can't miss. That's the thing with the Philippines. So you can get quite hooked on the Philippines because literally it's a layup. I mean, you talking about a wide open court layup. And it is convincing. And all men should go to Thailand at least once in their lives. That should be, fathers should take their son to Thailand on their 18th birthday. Right. Hand your son $1,000 and say, son, I don't have to know what you're doing, but stay over here and go there and let these linglings motherfucking leak your butt. Go for it. Go for it, son. Whatever the world told you in America how to do relationships, don't listen to them niggas. Go right over here to Nana's place, right over here in Bangkok, and lose your fucking mind. Now, people are going to say this is wrong. Well, first of all, your grandfather did that when he went to the Vietnam and the Korean War. That's how your grandfather learned. Number one, and y'all telling these hoes not to get married and stay single and meet new niggas all over across the college campus. So I don't know why I'm telling you anything different, but son, do not go to Daytona Beach for your fucking spring break. Go to Bangkok. Go to Pattaya. That should be every son's 18th and 25th birthday. Son, you want to get married? Your son come up. Hey, dad, I want to get married. Have you been to Thailand yet? Don't get married until you go to Thailand. Niggas telling me, he said too much information. Niggas try to tell me, all right, you had enough pussy already. You want to get married. Have you been to Thailand yet? All right, because go to Thailand before you get married, nigga. All right, because shit. Every man should have a mandatory, what do they call it when they go to Mecca? Exodus. What do they call that shit when they go to Mecca? Not an exodus, but they call it something else. Every man, young man, pilgrimage. That's what they call the shit. Pilgrimage. Every man should have a pilgrimage to Thailand. Every young man should have a pilgrimage to Thailand. Nigga, Thailand is a prerequisite to manhood. Everybody should get their black snake moan in Thailand before they do any goddamn thing. Run game, pimp hoes, whatever y'all want to do. Run game, whatever y'all want to do with these women. Not trick. Every man should go to Thailand once. And if you a guy right now, Thailand for about 50, if you a man and you ain't been to Thailand and you a grown ass man and you got through this life without going to Thailand, nigga, oh man. And shout out to the passport, bro. Thailand is a must, nigga. Everything you learned about dating, romance, relationship, sex, you're gonna relearn it in Thailand. You're gonna be like, what the All right. Anyway, shout out to Zoom to Thailand. Somebody said, or Germany. I mean, you're gonna relearn life. You're gonna relearn life and sex and women and dating age and age. You know, y'all gonna think y'all 35 and think it's weird to talk to a young girl. Go to Thailand. You're gonna be like, young girls don't want me. Young girls won't lay down with me and pop their ass. Yes, they will in Thailand. All right. Yeah, it's gonna open your eyes. Somebody said Europe too. Yes, Amsterdam, Prague. I showed you what them white women was doing with me in Prague. All right, they don't have none of that bullshit. See, America messes your head up. America messes your head up thinking that you have to do this dating in one way. Like game didn't exist like it does today. Oh, you need game and you need it like that. And you got to understand the ism. Gentlemen, I'm telling you guys, that's all bullshit. That's all American ghetto bullshit. It's broke nigga shit. I'm telling you, they lying to you. That shit didn't exist in the 1950s. You didn't need no game. And this is all bullshit that they have to control the narrative to keep the chess pieces close to them to make you think you doing it wrong and you got to do it their way. Guys, you go to Europe and that shit is literally not necessary. It's not necessary to constantly be chasing the bitch down the street and talking to her and try to get her number. You don't got to do all that. You don't got to trick on them either, but you ain't got to do all that, bro. It don't take all that work. The European women are straight and direct. They either interested or not interested. They'd be like, yep, nope, you ain't talking me into it. Okay. So, and then most places about the trekking. All right, it's what it is. And even if you stay there long enough, you'll get you a girlfriend, and you ain't gonna pull teeth to get her neither. She literally will sit down in front of you, be like, I'm your girlfriend now. When you're gonna ask me to be your girlfriend, it's not that hard. You don't gotta run game and see what she doing. And yes, she fucking other guys. She probably got kids. She probably was married. But it ain't that hard. It's not supposed to be that hard. What men are doing is that they're not telling you this. Is they're making it hard because they're greedy, right? They're making it hard because they're trying to fuck 50 to 100 women. So they constantly got to be. But most of y'all really just need 5 women. Now, I have way more than that. But what I'm saying is the reason why is y'all pussy beggars. Y'all constantly on pussy capers. What's your next pussy caper? What's your next trick to pull pussy? And what's the next to pull the next piece of pussy? And why I got to keep all of these balls juggling and plate spinning. In the Philippines, you don't got to do all that. Nigga, you could just sit at a bench like this. You can sit at a bench like this, and I guarantee you, at least one Filipina gonna finally get up the gumption to walk up to you. And they shy as a motherfucker. They're gonna be, and she's not gonna be what you like, but eventually somebody gonna walk up to you. What are you doing sitting here by yourself? Or you can walk up to a Filipina. Hey, how you doing? You look nice. I seen a Filipina chick. She was 2 girls walking down the street. They walking down the street and they was looking at me like this. And they were young girls too, because I ended up calling them over. And she was like, they were looking at me and they were like pointing. That's how guys, the Philippines is like 1990s dating. Like 1990s where you used to go out and the girls would be like, oh, look. Like women don't do that no more that much. All right. You got to be king 6'8" the great. So you could be a regular nigga and they'd be like, look. And they'll be looking at each other like, did you see him? You a regular nigga. Okay. You're a regular guy. And they're like, look. So this 2 Filipinas chicks walking by. I'm going to get some food before I actually was about to fly out. They looking at each other. So I was like, hey, come here. I was like, come here. And I stopped and I was like, hey, how's it going? Whatever. And I'm getting some information from them. Dude, you don't even have to go that far into your bag with no tricks and games. And you don't got to go far into your bag. Hey, how you doing? Most of the time they're going to be hella shy and looking at each other and giggling. Just excited about the opportunity. And most people don't talk in cold approach there. So this is like out of the realm. They're like hi. So I was like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this is not, you got a WhatsApp? Yep. Get the number. Yeah, what's up? Oh, you have a boyfriend? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. You know, they'll hit you with that shit. Then she was like, I was just telling her, I like your skin. I like your skin. So that's what she was talking about. She wasn't interested in me per se. We eventually exchanged numbers and all that. But what she was saying was, look, I like his skin. His skin is so nice. That's what she said she was saying to her friend. So it's like completely different. And then dudes don't even participate in it. They end up thinking that they got to chase these women around and then, you know, be in her text inbox and applying pressure. This is only an American thing. I hate to tell you, you could go to other countries and it's not like this. Now, when the women don't like you in other countries, especially Europe, they won't even look at you. They won't even talk to you. They'd be appalled that you even opened your fucking mouth. All right. So they'll let you know that it's no chance here. Nah. They're going to be with Finn. They're going to be with Claude. And they're going to be with all these guys. You ain't even in it. But if they think that there's a, they'll let you know. But you don't got to pull teeth and come up with creative pickup lines and get their voicemail and apply pressure and send 80 emails and 2 unresponsive texts and then check in on the bitch. You don't got to do all that in the rest of the world. That is only in the United States. And mostly in these weird areas that are really subpar areas. Lower middle class, Black communities. You don't got to do that. Don't let them niggas convince you got to have all of this shit that you don't really get. It's part of the game that you really don't understand. They're just trying to sell to you. They're just trying to sell you something. All right. Kevin Sullivan says, since I got some birdseed in my pocket, I got hoes from 21 to 45 trying to suck my lollipop up till they hiccup ecclesiastically. Shout out to you, man. He says, you are definitely an inspiration to me. And shout out to the coach gang. We got the cheat code here. Shout out to you right there. Thank you, man. Yeah, bro. A woman does not have to like you to do the nastiest shit. All she has to do is find a reason to associate with you. The idea that she's got to like you to do, dude, I've had women that don't even really know my fucking name. They don't even know my name. Have done the wildest shit. And I've had women that knew my name, where I was born, my birth date, make it seem like I was pulling teeth to get a kiss. Think about this shit. Think about this, bro. It is the, so when people think that they earned their way to some no, they didn't. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing like that. Like if you did, you certainly took the long route to get to the motherfucker. You certainly took the long, hard walk to get to it, doing all this and doing all that, trying to think and overthink it. Don't overthink it, guys. Shout out to Kaylin says, you would think that if married people would not cheat on one another and actually F each other, that would have less, they would have less problems. No one could do marriage and monogamy well. Legally, women control marriage. So you have to simp to not be destroyed. Yet you can be Will Smith as well. You would think that would be easy for women to have sex with the person that they married. It is harder for women to have sex with the man they're married, statistically. Again, like I said, women say one thing and they do the other. Again, I just think that women speak morally. They speak what's right, as opposed to, they're willing to lie about what's right than to actually be challenged on what they're doing wrong. But it's harder for you to get sex in a marriage than it is for you to get sex when you're single. Now, they're going to say that's false because more married men have sex. Married men have sex more than single men. They're going to say, Coach, that's not true. Married men have sex more than single men. But consider the fact that that married man lives with that wife for 31 motherfucking days on a calendar year. I'm sorry, on a calendar month. And he gets on average 8 pieces of pussy. A single man gets 6 pieces a month. He got in-house pussy and still can't pry more than 8 pieces of pussy off of her, statistically average. And lives under the same goddamn roof. So it is way harder for a married man to fuck. The single guy getting 6 pieces from at least 6 different women. The married man getting 8 pieces of the same pussy, and he lives with her, bleeding, diarrhea, snorting, snoring, snorlax. So you're telling me, when I say it's easier for a single man to get pussy than a married man, it's true. Just because he has more, that the more on ratio is a horrible ratio. And he's got to do performative things to get the pussy because he's around her more likely to piss her off. So she's going to be like, you piss me off. Yeah, he says sex with the bonnet on, sex in the morning, sloppy sex with her breath stinking. All right. Lazy, sloppy sex, lethargic sex, no blowjob sex. Wait, I'm telling you, I think that's the end of it. I think I got everybody. And it's 2:30 in the morning. All right. I predicted I would do 2 hours. And here we are at 3 hours and 22 minutes. All right. Trying to prove my case all the time, but it's all good. All right. Let me see if the Cash App got a last donation before I get out of here. No government name says coach a bitch and the ninja. Coach a bitch and a ninja just crashed out on your IG post. All right. Mad at the motherfucker. All right. A bitch and a ninja, a bitch ass ninja, and a bitch just crashed out on your IG post. All right. They mad over there, bro. All right. They don't want to see a nigga win. They want to see me on the plantation again. See, providing receipts just provided people with an opportunity to come in there and bash me. All right. For what? Okay. For what? They mad at the motherfucker, man, because what people wanted to believe is that I wasn't out here doing nothing. All right, coach don't really know how to talk to women. He really out here, he hate women. And all these women know that I do YouTube. They don't give a fuck. All right, but they see the nigga win and live in life. All right, the post is doing very well, by the way. And I see some of my JUCOs in there liking the post. So there you go. And then some of my JUCOs saw the post and then texted me afterwards. Hey, daddy. When you coming back in town, you back? I forgot what date you coming back, but it must be getting close. Ooh, they pissed off. Shout out to our brother Anonymous says, coach, you need advice. Oh, it's at the end of the show. You're seeing a Chinese girl, age 28, you're 30. She does oral and hand, but no PIV. I'm not pressed because I have other girls and she knows it. She's bad as hell, does choking and thumb sucking too. Am I a simp for still seeing her? Not if you have other girls. Like, I think you can have other girls. Like, if you have a girl that doesn't do, like, she's trying to lead you on or she doesn't do sex. All right. I don't know what PIV is, but no, that's cool. Now, I wouldn't hang out with her. I would give her time. You know, the service will be on par with the pay, but I'll keep her around just enough. All right. Especially if she's very good. Oh, that's what it is. All right. She doesn't do the intercourse. She's saving it for marriage, but I wouldn't give her a lot of time. I'm going to give her a lot of time and I would give her a chance to make a move. All right. But I definitely wouldn't press her. I wouldn't try to be with her and hang out with her and hope that she's going to give it up. By the way, she's Chinese or Asian. So I don't know if she's like one of these shy, no, don't do. I don't know if she's one of them, but they tend to be blue ballers and I don't give them a lot of time of the day. All right. So be careful with that. Don't invest too much money, energy, time, and attention. And to her, if you only see her as a woman you want to have sex with ultimately, but down the road, there might be something that you can develop from her, but I don't think you're a simp. Now, if you're doing something for her that you're not doing for the other girls, hoping that you get pussy, bro, look, you know how many Chinese women exist in the world? There got to be at least 550 million Chinese women. You can get Chinese pussy out here if that's what you wanted. Like, Chinese people is scarce in the United States unless you live in New York or San Francisco. It is what it is. Somebody said the dude with the BBL is talking about the JUCO now. I swear to God, man, I'm telling you, hey, what I say, in 3 to 5 years, everybody will sound like CGA. I'm the only right thing going about advice that you're getting here on men. Like, consistently. If you're listening to a married guy telling you about dating, I don't know what you're doing. All right, you're crazy. But if you're listening to a married guy tell you how to stay married, listen to him. Listen to him. But, you know, you listen to married guys tell you about dating and they ain't been dating nothing out here. You ain't been out here. You ain't been at the club with these motherfucking funky ass. You ain't, bruh. They can't tell you what's going on here just as much as I couldn't tell you as a married guy what was going on in the dating world in 2008. Okay, I was fully married, having kids, raising kids, going to the park, you know, doing family shit, going to Magic Mountain. So I didn't know nothing about nothing. If they've been so far out of the dating game and an arena in today's world, they don't know what they're doing. LA, Chinese people, yeah. But just go to China and you could have, I could take you to a place in China and you'll get enough Chinese women to last you. You won't even need fried rice no more. You'd be like, I'm sick of fried rice. Right? I could give you a bowl of fried rice and you'd be like, So be careful with that. Be careful with that. Anyway, that's it, man. Shout out to y'all. It's 3 a.m. almost. So I'm going to get about 3.5 hours of sleep. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. We out of here. Watch this ad. All right. And watch this drive. Peace.
The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Success is not given, it's taken. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The weak begin, the strong take. The poor complain, the rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends.
And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.